do people turn when they have lost everything? When a cruel catastrophe has taken everything they loved and cared about in life? Where do they turn when they're in despair?
O&A Party Rock!
It's showtime, folks.
It feels good. It's cool.
We're brilliant broadcasters. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
Very respectful. Very nice.
There is some shenanigans going on, and it just feels right.
They're like two puzzles. We want perfect questions. We want some laughs. Some thoughts being provoked and thrown back and forth. I don't like flaky. I like cakey.
I want to hug a cute dog.
How fake was that?
The name of this radio show should be The Happy Idiot and the Sullen Douche.
Two total dorks.
Am I listening to a radio show? Two DJs and a tranny lover. That's what this program is about, mister.
Only creeps listen to this program.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
Turn your fucking radio down!
Anyone around here ever smell my ass?
It's lovely.
Anthony.
Come on, we're going to tell you how to get chicks.
James.
I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a horribly boring person.
We just kind of laugh at him.
He's getting better, but we got to break him in still.
He's a candidate for killing his wife if he gets married.
I love E-Rock under the console. That's Snapple and mayo, your dumps must be lovely.
And featuring...
Hurricane Ben! Martini Steve!
I think there's a degree of mental illness with everybody on the show.
Ramon. Eric's breath smells like the diaper of a cancer patient. Can I say for the record that this program sucks a fat dick?
I got a few ideas that could get us fired. Please use them. Please use them.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, terrific. Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. The O&A virus spreading across America, and we couldn't be happier. Hi. Want to say hi to XM Canada?
Yeah.
If they got 50,000 total subscribers, how many of those are listening to us?
Our math, real math,
Yeah.
or Howie math?
Howie math.
All right, then there's 6 million people up there.
Each unit is being shared by 100 people.
Yes.
So we got to factor that into this. And then you got the people on DirecTV listening to us.
A lot of people on DirecTV, I've noticed. You remember how I used to not read my emails? A lot of people complain. They go, I email you. Can I do Angry Typing Guy?
Oh, yeah.
I emailed you the other day, and why don't you clean out your email box, because it's full.
Thank you. Copyright, Opie.
Thank you.
Angry Typing Guy.
You know what you get when you email me these days?
What?
Mailbox is full.
Yep.
Mailbox is full.
That's it. I answer my Pal Talk. That's pretty much Pal Talk, and I answer MySpace.
I got to admit, the hate email was getting to me, so I said, you know what? I'm shutting down.
Shutting down for a while?
I know what I'm doing on this damn radio show. I don't want anyone influencing me, so fuck you all.
Shutting down.
Now I don't read emails. I don't write you back. I just got to go with my instinct because these fuckers were getting to me. I'll be totally honest with you. I haven't checked my email in 8 months.
Wow.
And you know me. I used to be the guy at the old place. Like, I would spend hours. Thanks for listening to the program. Blah, blah, blah. You rock. Opie.
I answer
No more.
a lot of people now on MySpace. A lot of people write. A lot of it's just comments, so I just go through them and post the comments. But some of them, they have questions about the show, little comments, and I'll write them back, shit like that.
But can you give them instructions that conversation is not to happen? Hey, man, I hate to bother you, but I just wanted to say thanks. You go, thank you. And that is fucking it. Do not go, hey, dude, don't write again.
I have to.
Don't write again.
Don't write again.
Just one email per person.
One. I'll give you a response.
Yeah.
Thanks. But please don't go, and I don't want to correspond with you, motherfucker. I'm just saying thank you. It's, it is. If motherfuckers sent a letter to Humphrey Bogart and said, I loved you in Casablanca, and he goes, dear fan, nigga, don't send a response to the fucking response. It's over.
That's all you get.
Dear fan, I'm glad you liked my motion picture. You don't write him back. Hey, Clark, received your email, your letter, with a big quill and fucking ink.
With a Clark Gable stamp. Boom. Motherfucker. And this is the same, because I used to be, when motherfucker asked me for my autograph, I'd be like, oh, I'll write an entire soliloquy. I would just, thank you so much for
Name.
It's just now. It's just like I just spit on my finger and put a line. Get away from me!
Hey, but getting back to DirecTV, you were saying.
Yeah, and a lot of people writing saying that they caught us through DirecTV. That's how they listen to us, and it's not just one or two people like that emailing.
No, there's a lot.
There's a shitload of people that go, I listen every day on DirecTV.
Actually, I ran into a couple of those people at F.H. Riley's.
Yeah.
They're like, I listen on DirecTV. We haven't got the XM yet for the car. And I couldn't believe that. It's a little strange to me.
We got the best spot on DirecTV also.
Look like it's rocking over there.
It's right below Channel 2.
Huh?
Looks like it's rocking over there. You're at your brother's place.
Oh, it was unbelievable, yeah.
Just a party.
It was unbelievable.
DirecTV, we are right behind Channel 2. So if you're on Channel 2, you're watching your CSI or whatever it is, and you make a mistake and hit the down channel instead of the up channel, boom, Opie and Anthony show.
Radio or television?
It's on their TV. You know how cable or satellite sometimes has their music channels?
Okay.
This one butts right up against Channel 2.
Yeah.
Which is the best spot. So we get people that are just, they mean to go to maybe Channel 5, and they're on Channel 2, they make a mistake, they go back, and they hear like something from our show and go, what did I just hear?
Right.
Some people might be angry. Some people go, I got to sit around and listen to this.
That's pretty cool.
now.
It's a great deal for us.
Yeah, great
And then you
spot.
got all the people listening and watching on Pal Talk.
Pal Talk.
Then you got the people listening to the show illegally in other countries.
Yeah, Syndication Underground is still going.
It's becoming a phenomenon. It's also Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Let's say hi to Sarah in New York. Sarah.
Hello. My sister's in traffic, so I'll explain wow.
Wait, I thought you... But did she call?
What?
Did Sarah call?
Yeah.
Are you just tired, or did you wake and bake?
I'm really tired.
So this Whip 'em Out Wednesday thing is very important, and we allow a listener every week to explain it to everybody else, but...
How old are you?
18.
And where's Sarah? It
Voice
says
hasn't
Sarah.
really changed yet.
She's in traffic.
So what, she called from the house and said, screw it, I got to go to work, and gave you the phone?
Yeah.
She doesn't have a cell phone?
She does, but it just died.
What a mess.
Oh, my God. Well, here we go. Here's Sarah's
All right.
brother to explain Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
It is Whip It Out Wednesday. You could get a
That's
wow sticker.
Whip 'em. Whip 'em out. Whip it out Wednesday is something completely different that we don't condone.
Yeah, Mancow stole our bid, and he turned it into Whip It Out Wednesday.
Whip it out.
So I guess he wanted to see cock in
Where's
Chicago.
the cock?
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, Sarah's brother. Continue.
Okay. Whip Out Wednesday. So you get a sticker from opieandanthony.com, or you could make one. Just put it on your car, not a bandana. You see a girl, you honk and demand to see her boobs.
No, that's not how it goes.
He said demand.
You have everything wrong, Sarah's brother.
The beauty of Whip 'em Out Wednesday is you don't harass the women. You just have a wow in your car, and there's ladies out there that'll do it because they want to do it.
You just drive.
Take your titties out!
Yeah. You pull a gun on them.
Take out your fucking titties now!
Secluded alleyway.
You see the sticker, bitch? You want me to put this sticker on your mouth and rape and kill you? Now whip them out, bitch!
You get your wow sticker from opieandanthony.com, or you send a self-addressed stamped envelope. The address is on the website. Look at me. I got to help you out.
Sarah's brother.
And then you just throw the wow on your car or write in the dirt or make a homemade wow sign, and then you just go about your life. That's it. It's the easiest promotion ever.
You know, you're the first listener that screwed this up since we've gone to the listener explanation of wow on Wednesdays.
I don't think he even knows.
We'll give another listener a chance in the 9 o'clock hour.
All right.
9 o'clock hour is your chance to describe wow.
Where you going to school?
Yeah.
Where you go?
CSI.
What?
CSI?
CSI? Not a TV show?
Fitting.
Yeah.
Are you this dumb, or are you just trying to be funny?
Yeah.
I need to know.
I'm trying to be funny.
It ain't working, Pally. All right, Sarah's brother.
Thank you, Sarah's brother.
You're welcome.
All right, let's say hi to Ben in Baltimore. Ben,
Yo, what's up?
what's
happening,
up,
man?
Ben?
Hey, Patrice, I just want to say, goddamn, it's so great to hear you back. I had to call back right away. Last time I called, the fucking phones went just crazy on me. I lost connection. I've been trying to call and get through a while. I just wanted to ask you guys if you could play the, I'm going through the McDonald's drive-thru. I'm done. Oh, shit, I'm not. I just forgot my food. The reason why I called, I know, I got my food now. Thank you.
What the hell is going on this morning?
I'm so sorry.
All right.
The reason why I called, I've been trying to get through a lot. Once, Patrice, great to hear you. Also, I'd like you guys to go out on commercial more with the Howie XM thing.
Which Howie XM thing?
The one where he did, I heard it a couple weeks ago, where he was like doing an XM commercial.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's so fucking great.
Why do you think it's great?
Because it's like, hey, Howie, you're my bitch, do an XM commercial.
You get it. I love it.
You know?
Yeah, there you go. He loved XM until XM decided to pass on him.
Yeah.
And now he's trashing XM. Now he's
That's
trashing.
what I love.
But we have actual audio of him praising XM and how it's a great, great satellite radio company.
Yeah, and it is. And it is.
But he's the most honest person in radio.
All right, guys, punching out. Patrice, stick around for a while.
He's going to be here the rest of the week.
All week.
And then he's got his own show on the channel Saturday. His relationship show starts Saturday night at 8 p.m., I think we said.
Is it Black Phillip?
Yeah, that's what you're going to be.
Black Phillip. I love that. I really do love it. Black Phillip.
I'm going to be listening, man. I got to hear that.
Yeah.
I did a preview show on Pal Talk. A couple of days ago.
You did?
Yeah, a little preview. I was
a lot of people you were holding court?
Yeah. I guess Lucy 18 runs it, and Nurse Heather.
Yeah, okay.
Whose life is just, she needs guidance to just the highest degree. She needs help, and I wanted to help her.
Well, Patrice is now pretty much addicted to Pal Talk.
The last time Patrice was here, we were talking about Pal Talk. He's like, what?
We introduced him to it. We gave him a camera.
We had a webcam. We threw it at him, and now you're just completely hooked and addicted, right?
Oh, I can't stop. I cannot stop.
Dude, put it this way.
And they got the worst picture of the. Is that Foundry?
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the picture of me figuring it all out.
Patrice learning the Pal Talk
so you're just kind of looking at the screen like a lunatic, trying to figure it all out. Am I on cam? Is the camera on?
Look at that look. It looks like I'm looking at a little girl and I'm supposed to be. Look at that look. Like, oh my God.
You have a look on your face like, that's dreamy.
That's, with the bubbles. But I was just saying, hey, what's this? Some motherfuckers are so psychotic. They got me with the bubbles.
They screen capped them with the you're able to put superimpose digitally put on bubbles in front of your screen and little doodads and fun little icons and words and things like that. And his had the bubbles on. And apparently you didn't turn them off right away, so he just had bubbles going on his screen.
It was so, and I went into the O&A room.
Yeah.
So I didn't go into like a room, I got banned from a couple of rooms already too.
Did you?
Yeah, it was.
Don't harass the girls.
BBW room.
Yeah.
And, it was a skinny girl in there. You know the BBW is, right?
Yeah.
Big beautiful women. It's a fetish thing. So I go on to big beautiful women, and it was a skinny girl on camera. I go, what? Type, what are you doing here? Well, my girl did it. What are you doing here? And she goes, I love the music. And then we write, yeah, fat bitches do got good music. Bow!
Gone, bounce.
Bounce.
But you're on the Pal Talk all the time with your lady, right?
Yeah, man. It's great for two predators like us.
Patrice had to get a new computer. It drove him to buy. When it drives you to go out. And how long did you have your old computer?
About 3 years. It was doing well, and then all of a sudden it started. And when I went on Pal Talk, and I was like, "This is not working out well."
Right. I can't open up 20 friggin' screens here and watch what they're doing. New computer. When something drives you to buy a new computer just for that. Yeah, you're pretty much hooked on it.
Only program I put on it so far is Pal Talk.
It's Pal Talk.
Pal Talk. Nothing else. It doesn't even have a printer on it yet.
You have one icon in the middle.
It doesn't even have
what?
It doesn't even have Explorer. Can't even go on the web. It's just
crap.
Pal Talk. One icon on his desktop right in the middle. Pal Talk.
Pal Talk is
You really are.
I really love. It's just to see those real people out there. Just pathetic, and me just as pathetic. I'm sitting there thinking they're pathetic, but they're sitting there thinking I'm pathetic.
Yeah. Everyone's pathetic. We are so voyeuristic as people. We've always been fascinated with the look, peep through the keyhole.
Sure.
The glimpse down the blouse if somebody's like bending over at the supermarket and you go, what? I think I just saw a tit. We love to see shit we're not supposed to see or be inside something. You pass by a window with a curtain open and you're driving, or as a kid on your bike, and you see something pass by and you look and go, what the fuck?
Well,
I just looked inside there.
Well, I got to get in those bushes for the next.
Now I gotta climb the tree and
But
look in the.
that's where the porn thing turned. That's where porno turned. Where porn used to be one girl getting fucked by 5 strange guys.
Right.
Now it's 5 strange girls getting fucked by one guy on porno because people don't want to see the same chick. They want brand new.
No.
And it's nothing better than. And on Pal Talk, people have these one-on-one conversations in front of everybody. So I'm watching like Bertha Butt 116 underscore, you know, and she's pulling her tits out for fucking Mandingo 1, and in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just a personal
little private moment for the two of them.
Tit. And a lot of girls when they show the tit on there, and there's a lot of hangy tits on Pal Talk, they lift them up in that lift up. I'm a form a titty like because it's soggy.
Oh yeah, they
so
gotta mold it with their hand
and
a little.
Mold it into an acceptable titty.
And pop it in front of the camera. Look at that titty.
They make it into a firm tit. They push this back, lift the nipple up. You like that? Because the nipple was pointing straight down. Then they lift it up so it's pointing straight across. Like, yeah, that's
sometimes it looks like they're trying to hold mercury. They don't know what to do with it.
Flipping out of their hands. And
how do I keep all this in my hands without it spilling over the side?
There are some messes.
But I love it. Even the messes. I don't care. It's just it's fun.
Well, we're bringing the Pal Talk cameras everywhere. We're going to be broadcasting live a week from Friday at the Hard Rock. The Pal Talk cameras will be there for the rest of the country. When we were at F.H. Riley's for late night karaoke, we had Pal Talk cameras.
Pal Talk was there.
They're on right now. What's weird, too, you look at a screen and you see, 12, 15 people listening to the show, and then you'll say a joke, and all of a sudden you'll see the whole screen start laughing. I mean, that is really creepy. Yeah. Well, because for the first time in radio, you could actually see the listeners as you're doing a radio show. Besides when you go out live, obviously. But.
It's a weird culture, and they have no patience for a motherfucker who's new. Like, somebody sent me a circle smiley face wink with a tongue out. Bitch, what the fuck is a cirky? A yellow happy smiley tongue face. Thank you.
What does that mean?
I don't like the internet culture. I like this whole thing, but I want to have regular conversation, not this, hey, two lines is hey, wink and that's lonely.
Nah, but it's all
heading. Hook up with some evil,
man. It's all heading that way though, where your life is so much more important online than it is in the real world.
Well, yeah,
it's happening with video games. It's happening with the Pal Talk. It's happening with the MySpace accounts.
I interact with a lot more people online than I do in real life.
Yeah, that's not good though, dude. Y'all gotta stop that shit.
But it's not going to stop. It's just going to grow. You watch, it's going to grow from here now. It's not going to stop. It's just going to get crazier.
Because
if I'm stuck, let's say I'm stuck at a party, right? And this asshole comes up to me and starts yapping. And yapping. I can't just
you can't click on
I can't take
click
a
on the
mouse
Xbox
and click. Watch this. Watch what I do here. All right. See this guy?
You're just gonna take
his name is Master Paul. It's Master Paul. Let's say he was talking
to me.
This
is like Auschwitz, man. Leave. Don't do this.
Let's say he was yapping to me. Yap. Boom. And I hit a button, and there he goes. No more problem. He's now gone. He's gone.
And Master Paul got a thing on his thing. You have been banned for at least the next 24 hours.
He's gone now. Now I don't have to talk to him.
Oh, my God.
I love my postage stamp size friends.
He's so mad right
because
now.
They could just... Good luck, bro. Good luck.
People should have to walk around real life with like the Xbox above their head. So they could just click on
click a mouse.
I just want to walk around with a mouse.
Disappear.
Yeah. And you could just click and they're gone.
But you have to practice your faces. But here's the problem with some of the O&A fans is that they're so retarded. Your I'm not fucking with you face. Just won't work. They just they get that big eyes, those big smiley eyes.
The big eyes, yeah.
And you go, thanks, man. And you go, here's autograph, man. Anything else you need? Need a picture? Yeah, picture, fine. Yeah.
See, that's real life.
It's raining stuff.
It's raining stuff. Dude, right?
Hold on.
Raining stuff, right?
We're going to get into what happened at your comedy show, but before we move on from Pal Talk, you guys got it, because it was hilarious in the office. You got to talk about the typing thing.
Oh,
the difference between guys typing on the computer and chicks, man.
My girl is, I type like I'm trying to correspond with somebody. You know, if I'm by myself, I go, hey, how you doing? You know, H-E-Y.
And that's in real time right there.
Now, just using index fingers?
And that's real time.
That is real
And I
time.
measure the mouse to the thing because the arrow's low and click. The next thing, if I'm writing a girl, hey, how you doing? How's your mother? Wow! Oh, shit!
That's
Did she have that already in the computer? Then it's like, I write something long, and this is the culture. I write, okay, I'm going to take an hour to write, and the end. P.S. Love you. Click. Big paragraph.
Right.
Boop. Smiley face. What, bitch? I want give me back. I want an entire paragraph like I just wrote. So if I smiley face, blam. Like I can't do it without my girl, and she knows that. I go I'm trying to we're trying to pick up this chick. We're trying to pick up this chick in Reno or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, my mind's working, but if you can't write as fast as your mind is working, it's fucking useless.
Trouble.
My girl can write as fast as my mind works. I write the bitch, tell her, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Bow! I'm like, oh, beautiful, baby.
Yeah, we're in.
Yes.
Yes.
Same thing. My girlfriend can type really quickly. Doesn't have to look at the screen.
Right.
It's like the fingers just move like blub, blub. And it's sent, and it's gone, and it's out there, and it's like a huge, big, fat paragraph of text in there. And I'm sitting there, like Patrice says, I'm like, hey, H-E, and then I got to look for the Y.
Right.
It's been on the same place on this keyboard that I've used. They haven't moved it. As far as I know, that Y has been there since, Mickey Spillane is writing on his typewriter, and I can't find it.
Home keys, baby. And every girl knows. I've never met a girl that goes H-E.
No.
I've never met. All women paid attention in typing.
You ever go to do caps and you actually cross your hand over the other hand to hit the shift on that side because your other finger is already on the letter you want to capitalize and you don't want to lose it?
And you forget there's two shifts. There's a shift over here and a shift there.
Oh, my fingers are twisted up like an arthritic. I'm trying to hit the shift and this. I don't remember anything.
But the women just know how to rock on that keyboard.
They're talking, looking in another direction.
They don't even look at the keyboard.
No.
I hear noises coming from my computer. I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there? Oh, just writing a quick email.
I type anything.
A quick book.
Anything over a
you're writing
sentence.
a novel.
Anything over a sentence for me, and the subject has changed on what they're talking about. Like, I got something to say, and I'm...
But have you ever
and then
tried
I
to learn?
send, and I'm like an hour behind their conversation.
Have you ever tried to learn it? Have you ever tried to do the whole Mavis Beacon
in high school?
In high school,
I was in some business machine class where it was typing and like an adding machine. I don't know. It was the old Univac computer back in the 40s when I was in high school. I was in a typing course thing, and it was just I couldn't figure it out. There are people that they give you the type thing, the thing you're supposed to type, and they're all, their heads are all slightly over their shoulder, or the whole class, looking at the sheet, and they're all just going at it, and I'm looking at the sheet, looking at the keyboard.
But if you look at the keyboard, the teacher's supposed to yell at you.
Yeah, well...
And I'm going to tell you, in the last 2 years is when I started reflecting back on... Actually, I remember everything I did during typing class, with all the jokes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Pushing the wrong letter on somebody else's typewriter just to fuck with them, and not paying attention. And now I recognize that at the age of 36.
How funny is it to just write "fuck" and look at the word "fuck" on your piece of paper? That's what I would do. Look, F-U-C-K, F-U-C-K.
Giggle like an idiot.
Yeah. That's what I did, too. I was always joking.
All right, let's go to the phones here. We got lots to do today. Jamie in Indiana. Jamie.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just wanted to call and pay my respects. I've been an XM subscriber since October.
Thank you, sir.
And so I got to catch all your good shit with, Super Bowl, and I got to get all the mouse traps and all that. That's great. I just want to tell you how I got to be a part of XM. It's through you guys' buddy, Kev Slider, who actually... used to work with me here at Staples here in Lafayette, Indiana.
Yes, we know Kev Slider.
So Kev Slider spread the virus to Jamie in Indiana. See how this works?
Yes.
Very good.
And,
You're doing a bang-up job with this call, sir.
Yeah, what else you got there, Jamie?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I just wanted to tell you that, Kev Slider, he's spreading all over here in Lafayette. He's trying to get all the other people that work at Staples to get XM. He got me to get it.
Awesome.
And like I said, I've been a member since October. And
that is so frustrating to us. You have no idea.
I know.
We were on a year before you got involved.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to get on earlier, but down here all we had was Bob and Tom, unfortunately.
Oh, they're terrific.
Not really. I thought they were okay until I heard you guys, So.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
Hey, no problem. Take care, guys.
All right. Let's, I meant to go to John on Long Island, by the way, and I clicked the wrong one.
Nice guy, Opie. Oh, hey, man.
Well, this is a little more interesting, hopefully.
Wrong number.
John, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
All right.
We've been on Pal Talk, I guess, from 2004, like when they first started coming out. And now they have like this We Like to Be Watched room and this Bi Orgy room. My wife and I put a show on like almost every night. Like last night, we had those instant messages popping up like left and right. And we're trying to tell them we have no hands free. And we can click on the mic, so it's easy to say that. But we put on shows like every
Really, just straight fucking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Sucking, fucking everything,
Yeah, there you go.
Every night?
The way we became on XM was Playboy had this whole sex thing on the radio, on the television, and we won XM radio through them.
Wow, they won an XM, and then you found us.
That is very cool.
Oh, well, I've been listening to you guys for years in the old station because we're from the same town.
Ah.
Hey, so why don't you go in one of the Opie and Anthony rooms and put on a show for everybody?
We will do that tonight. Right now I'm in the transit, so no computer here.
No, I know. I'm talking about later tonight, because this show never ends. There used to be a time when the Opie and Anthony show would just end. We would do our 4 hours, go home, everyone would shut down until the next day. Now it's like it just continues with Pal Talk and everything else.
Yeah, there are plenty of other things people do.
Anthony supposedly does shows on Pal Talk now.
I just get on there and hang out. There are different rooms.
Is your name like public knowledge?
Yeah,
yep.
just
Our
OPANT.
Into couple.
That's me.
All right, John.
That's what it is here on the Pal Talk.
And if you don't have a camera, there's no need to even exist on Pal Talk. When someone without a camera that says hello, you're like, can't see you.
I can't see you.
Fuck off.
Get away.
Don't know
bye
you.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Ann in Minnesota. Ann?
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Patrice, Black Dr. Phil. I want to welcome you into my life. My husband followed me around the house with his laptop computer when you were on Pal Talk.
Oh, okay.
Followed you around the house.
That was some great advice.
Wait, what happened?
I want to know.
Hold on, there's a story here. What happened, Ann?
No, it was. I did the halfway Dr. Black Phillip show. When I got on, and it was like girls and guys going at it. Some guy named Carlton who's like pretty angry with bitches, but he's pretty good.
Actually, Patrice, I was not angry with you. I was more pissed off because I don't know how you know all that shit. Like, I had to pretend like you didn't know what you were talking about.
Right.
But how do you know?
Because you just tap into nature. That's all, pumpkin.
Oh, well.
You tap into fucking primitive instincts.
I don't know why those women were so pissed off. I felt a little defensive myself.
Wait, were you doing a preview
I was doing a preview,
show on Pal Talk?
by mistake, but it's like,
okay.
I just do it anyway, because it's as soon as it's like she's, barking out, I try to suck his dick. Like this is the feeling on, I try to suck his dick and he don't want me to. Oh, really, sexy? he says no to my dick sucking advances.
I love you. I think you're great. Keep it up.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
very cool, Ann. I think your show's going to blow up on Saturday, man.
I hope
Patrice
so.
is doing a relationship show. It's twisted advice for couples out there. But it's going to be on Saturday night, 8 to 10 p.m. East Coast time. Patrice O'Neill and his relationship show. Why don't we take a quick break? I want to get another cup of coffee.
All right. Apparently I have to appoint some people as admins in the Pal Talk room also. I'm the only one. And I can't bounce people because I can't really keep track. I got a show to do over here. And it seems we have some Arab jackers in here.
Again?
Yes, my friend. For some reason, Opie,
We've talked about
Arab
this.
guys love coming in and jerking off in various rooms. It's a big thing. Pal Talk, the Arab men love to jerk off to anything. They're looking at our camera and jerking off. Here's my friend. Yeah, they're probably just imagining blowing it up. You know?
To anything, no. To the Arabs, these women are completely naked.
Oh, that's true. If they show like a shoulder.
Oh, my God.
This is like complete nudity to the
Yes,
Arab
my
men.
friends. Look at that. Look at her forehead.
Oh, my God, the cheeks.
Eyebrows.
The cheekbones. For some reason.
Eyebrows.
For some reason, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. These American women are completely naked to the Arabs.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we get back, Patrice O'Neill, he killed the Carolines, and we got to read this hate email you got from someone you threw out or something.
This girl is just fucking mad at me.
Hates you.
Hates my guts. And she loved me until I tossed her out.
Yeah.
And I sent her a reply just to let her know that, you know, I explained why you had to get tossed out, Pumpkin.
All right.
You know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go to break with this to make that one listener very happy.
You got AM, you got FM, and now it's time to get XM. XM is the #1 satellite radio service, and it's doing for radio what cable did for TV, offering more choice than ever before with over 100 digital channels of music, news, sports, comedy, talk. XM's got a channel for just about every type of music, from hip-hop to album rock, heavy metal. They even have a channel for unsigned bands. Now you can hear the music you love the way you want to hear it, completely uncensored, and 100% commercial-free, and in digital quality sound. It's easy to get XM. XM is available at electronic stores like Best Buy and Circuit City, or you can get it in new cars, including many General Motors, Honda, and Acura vehicles. Visit xmradio.com for details. Beyond AM, beyond FM, XM, satellite radio. Hardware and required subscription sold separately.
They call me the seeker. I've been searching low and high.
All right. Going old school with the Who.
Get to get what I'm after till the day I die.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Patrice O'Neill sitting in for a little Jimmy Norton. Where's Jimmy? Where's he this week? Aspen, Colorado, I think?
Aspen.
Oh, he's doing the Aspen thing.
He's doing the comedy festival in Aspen. We were trying to broadcast from there, and that fell through. They want us out and about, so we give them ideas, and
yeah.
And, yeah. Anyway, I can't even get an XM radio from XM. And there's people, you know, it's time to upgrade my family with the new units and stuff.
Right.
They still got the old, I was going to say crap, but it's still working fine for them. But when you see all the latest radios that are
You
coming
want
out,
the new stuff.
yeah, so now I got to upgrade my entire family, and I come from a big family, right? So I can't get a lot of radios from Washington, so I go right to Ziggy. I'm like, fuck it. Ziggy, get me a radio. My brother needs
Ziggy's
to upgrade.
the source, yeah.
So now I got to promote myradiostore.com. Myradiostore.com for all your XM needs.
Mm-hmm.
They get pissed off in Washington when we do this, but tough shit.
Hey.
I mean, if you want to send me a box of really nice radios and MiFi so I could upgrade my entire family, then I won't have to do this. Because I'm not paying for radios if I work for the company.
Yeah. That's
So
what I'm feeling.
Ziggy sent a couple radios to me so I could upgrade the family. So I want to thank Ziggy. Myradiostore.com, 866-I-NEED-XM. And they got the Pest gear. They got my brother's T-shirts that are selling like crazy.
Hotcakes?
I was going to say hotcakes.
I saw that.
And I stopped in mid-sentence because I'm that damn good.
Cakes aren't selling that well.
Actually, my brother's got a brand new T-shirt for our St. Patty's Day broadcast.
I like the thematic T-shirt thing for the little events we do.
And if you're not going to the broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe a week from Friday, you can still get a T-shirt by going to myradiostore.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ziggy and the gang are great over there. Thank you very, very much.
Job well done.
All right, let's say hi to Erica in New Jersey. Erica.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
We're going to get right back to you.
Okay.
This is why we fucking hate radio guys. Neil in Vegas, go ahead.
Hey, there's a radio station in Vegas.
Yeah.
They're giving away NASCAR tickets.
Yeah.
And they got like 5 guys that they selected through the week. And they're going to put their junk in a jar full of bees. First one to get stung wins.
Are you shitting me?
No.
This
and
is
another
what,
thing, too.
This is what radio is all about, and this is, to a certain point, this is where I do agree with Howard Stern. This fucking business is filled with guys that are too lazy to come up with their own shit. And now at the internet and these websites, all you have to do is go to see what all the hot radio shows are doing in America and go, whoa, hey, that's good. I'll do that one.
I'll pick that.
From these
I'll do
guys.
this.
I'll pick this one from these guys over here.
Shopping.
Look, and the reality is some of these bits you sound like you're whining because you're like, oh, come on, anyone could have came up with that. But the bee sting bit is so fucking original, and no one came close to ever doing that bit before we did it. And is it a coincidence only a month and a half later, someone else is doing it out there?
Yeah, you can't go, hey, I heard him talking about, like, Jessica Simpson, and then I heard another show talking about Jessica Simpson.
Like, that doesn't quite count. But something like the bee sting.
Another thing they have is they have what's called a rock you line. It's kind of like your FU line.
Wow. And that was an Opie and Anthony original, too. And that bit, well, it's an easy bit to come up with, but every freaking radio show in America is doing that as well. It's unbelievable. And then you talk to these radio guys, and they'll go, hey, man, it's just part of the business, That's how they explain it to their listeners and other radio guys. People have been stealing from radio guys since the beginning. It's just how it is. No, I'm here to say it sucks.
It's so obvious they ripped it off from here.
What's the station?
92.3 KOMP.
KOMP. Attack Pass. Eric, here's the link for the station in Vegas stealing the Bee in a Jar routine. I called them on it this morning, asking if they would give credit to O&A for the bit they are stealing, and their response was that it was 15 to 20 years. It was done 15 to 20 years ago by a DJ in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
The contest is for this Friday. www.komp.com.
Attack.
That fucking blows.
Attack.
Oh, that's what they do in radio, though. Thanks, Neil.
All right, bud.
Let's go to Erica in Jersey. Back to you, Erica.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Patrice, I was at your show Friday night, and you absolutely killed. It was hilarious, and when those girls walked out, it was about the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right, that's what we're gonna get into here. Patrice was at Caroline's. He killed once again. A lot of O&A fans there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Web Junk 20 fans there.
Yeah.
From the VH1 show.
Mixing. And that's not a good mix.
No. No?
No. 45-year-old perverts and 10-year-old girls from Web Junk and the 50-year-old psychopaths that listen to this show mixing together in a fucking comedy club. Both not knowing me from comedy. One knowing me from Web Junk, the other from there. And I got my comedy people, because my comedy people come late or they come on time. O&A's fucking sociopaths come 10 hours early and get in the front. Yeah. It's raining things. Thank you, man. I've been doing comedy for a little while. Let me just do this. And then you got the 10-year-old girls who go, this is not, this is not like Web Junk. I don't know. So I had 16-year-old girls coming in with the someone's gonna get killed and murdered clothes on at my fucking show. And I'm like, look, please go. I didn't ask them to get out, because I'm not going to talk about anything that you know about, because then what happens is it starts to break down and they start to go, this ain't funny. Then they have a conversation in themselves. And then one girl, I said, sweetie, your skirt, everyone can see what you think is an ass or whatever, or some of your crotch. And it's like, something, there's grown, crazy human beings here. Why don't you leave? She stands up and goes, let me tell you something, motherfucker. And I said, do you see what I'm saying? And then I get into the women thing like I always can't stop.
Yeah.
And I go, I could take you by the top of your head and twist it left fast, and then twist it back right, and the rest of your body will still be going left, and your neck will break. And that's how you end up in a fucking crab basket in the bottom of the ocean in Aruba, because your fucking mouth. and they just got up and got horrified and left. And I was like, thank you for leaving. So I don't get in trouble for someone at this crowd because it was that type of show. It was a bunch of hairy, fucking middle-aged men just and excited.
Hey, Patrice, it's raining stuff.
I'm like, can you not writing O&A rules on the bathroom stall? Can you not fucking do that, please? Can you not fucking do that? Can you take your picture and move along?
That's our listeners. We love them.
That's them.
Patrice, gonna get another one? Sure, no problem, man.
They will now support. They will now support whatever you do.
Thanks.
It's good and bad.
I appreciate it, you fucking
I was telling Patrice in the office before the show because he was discussing this. I go, we drove Brian Regan to drink. Brian Regan is the cleanest comic you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And people love Brian Regan, right? So back at NEW, we were just so massively huge in the New York area. Brian Regan blew up on our show. He was already blown up in the comedy world, but then he blew up with our listeners. They had to add like a fourth show at Caroline's one night. He was doing a 7, an 8:30, a 10:45, and like a 12:15 show or something. And people were just yelling out his act the entire night. Where between shows he started doing shots with us. He was losing his mind because he couldn't control the crowd anymore. There was standing room only. The place was beyond packed. He's getting into these long-form bits, and all of a sudden, the big yellow one's the sun. And he's trying to be polite, like, I'll get to that. And then someone else is yelling another line from another bit. And they're all punchlines to his bits.
And Regan's not a crowd worker guy. You know?
Yeah, I like crowd work. It's very fun. I make examples in Philly when I was on the show for like 2 weeks straight, and Philly was packed. They came out.
Yeah.
But every show I had to make just a slight example.
Example of some people, right.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Take your feet off the stage. It'll be just one guy by himself leaning, and he actually gets on the stage to just and goes, and he starts whispering under his breath, it's cold out here.
You're trying
and I go, look, man, do me a favor. And I have to explain to the crowd, listen, everybody, there's a guy up here whispering things from the radio that I did. Now, I'm not going to throw you out because I like you, but I'm going to have you removed to the back of the room by yourself.
You redistribute the crowd.
You have to go back into you have to regulate these fucking psychos that come to your show.
You know what? You're a
agree.
smart man because Brian Regan was too polite and the crowd took over this time. This goes back a few years. It's different now.
Like a fungus.
And there's Brian Regan backstage like, hey, you guys want to do a shot? And I'm like, what? I've known you for a couple of years now. I've never seen you touch alcohol, basically, you know?
Yeah.
And we're doing shots in between shows just so we could get through that night because it was just one of those crazy, crazy nights.
And you love the love. You love the fucking, you love the love that it has, you have for the show.
Yeah.
And you love the love they give you, but it's like, just do you understand that I don't want you fucking yelling at me about radio shit. So what am I supposed to start doing? It's rain and stuff. And then there's 100 people who go, what is he doing?
Fuck is he
then
doing?
There's another 100 going, what is it? It's like they infest the show and sit in the fucking front and just...
That's our listeners, baby.
And then at some point they're not talking, but they have a face that no man should have for another man. Just a big eye.
We talk about
smile.
the face.
Patrice! Yeah. Oh, God! And I go, don't be that happy to fucking see me.
My family talks about the face when they see me on about. It's like, dude, what's up with that, man?
Hey, dude.
Do you have a gay audience? I'm like, no, they're just guys that love the show.
And I think they feel like it's another phenomenon where it's not like they're fans. Mm-hmm. They're not fans. They're like when guys call in, hey guys, it's never like, hey, long time listener, first time caller, blah. It's all like, dude, listen to Channel 6. There's a guy talking about your mother, and you're like, hold on, let me watch. It's not. We're friends sort of thing.
Right.
Or we're enemies. It's like, I fucking hate you, Patrice, on a I hate you, Patrice level. Not on a I don't want to hear Patrice, I'm going to turn. But listen and hate you.
Yeah.
There was guys at the show, I said, why don't you 4 cocksuckers leave? They wouldn't go. They wouldn't, I was like, what kind of fucking asshole are you? They just hated me from the show, but they hated me enough to stay.
Yeah, and to come out in the first place.
And to come out to hate.
Wow.
It's brutal.
That makes no sense.
But you're regulating it. You learn how to deal with it. But I find my show, I start going into, having diabetes and the whole thing. And you see some people buckling down. And then, a couple of O&A guys will go, oh, dude, what's he talking about? Ramon! Listen, can you not fucking do that, or I'm gonna have to have you fucking removed.
It's a fine line. I go to a lot of comedy shows, and sometimes the heckling is a lot of fun, and it brings like an energy to the show. But then sometimes it's too much, and you get frustrated as just a guy sitting there wanting to watch, a comedian.
Just want to watch the show.
Because he's going to get into some really, really cool things, but now he's getting distracted because and it's usually just someone that is just too fucking drunk, doesn't know that they're just bombing for everybody else.
And when you toss them, they got that look like, what? I just want to hear you have a good time, you fucking fat fucking.
So you tossed this woman. And her friends?
All her friends.
So what was
4 of them?
4 of them.
Out you go.
And the reason was they just weren't enjoying the show?
No. They were over enjoying it. I've never kicked anybody out for having a great time. Every time it's like they kept jumping on the timing, and they started having a show amongst themselves. So they were going, yeah, then they would look at each other and go, and you hear what I said? You hear what I said? And it was, Caroline's is on Broadway, so a lot of people just come in because it's on Broadway.
Yeah.
So it's some fucking white lady, some mixed couple from Sheboygan sitting around these frothing Long Island idiots with M&M coats and some chick who's cursing me out like she's a dude,
So how do you kick him out?
Easy. This is what I do always. I say 6 times relax. Chill out, man. Let's do something,
Yeah.
I go, okay. All right, listen. Then I get eye contact with who was supposed to be throwing them out. And then as soon as the last straw comes, I go, oh, boy, should I throw these motherfuckers? Because here's the key to throwing people out. The crowd has to want those people to go.
Uh-huh.
You can't do it yourself because the crowd will go, this guy is a dictator. He's a fucking dick. But you have to kick him out.
Paid to get in.
Exactly.
This guy
They'll turn on you. So you have to get to the point where the crowd's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And I go, I think I have to get rid of them.
Then when you throw them out.
Yeah, get them out of here, please.
Then they like you.
But, hey, listen, and I always go, I'll pay for their drink. It was a fight in Philly because the guy goes, pay for his drinks, get him the fuck out. Because this is the guy that yelled out the joke, hey, what do you call an Italian prostitute? Has nothing. This is where you have to throw him out. When me and you are talking about the price of oil, and if Opie comes in and goes, cheese, you go, listen, Opie, you have to go. So we're talking about something, and this guy goes, what's an Italian hooker? A prostitute! A prostitute! Oh, yo!
What an awful joke.
So I go, get him out and pay for his stuff that he drank.
Yeah, sure.
So his friends didn't leave. At the end of the show, they come up, and thank God Big Gav was there at the time.
Oh, yeah,
Because Gav came up, ready to blast somebody in the head.
Fuck with him.
So he goes, dude, you owe us money. To me. You owe us money because the guy you threw out, it was his birthday and he was paying for everybody. I said, I don't give a fuck. You should have left with him, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So we get into this fucking thing. He wants his money and it's like, man, get out of here. But then it's like I'm intimidating, but I'm a fat dude. I'm a big fat dude, but Gavin is a tanker.
Yeah.
And when he came up with that giant head and giant neck, the guy goes, dude, I just wanted the dude. He did the dude wiggle out dude thing.
Isn't that great when you got friends like that could just walk over and diffuse the situation with their
Gavin
mere
looks like
size?
he can beat up his whole crew.
Yeah.
I look like I can beat up a whole crew. Maybe get one guy in a headlock. Gavin looks like he can dispense of 3 quickly. Like it's 4 of y'all, and you got the biggest mouth, and Gavin goes blah 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 to 3,
Dude.
and this motherfucker's like,
Gavin's intimidating when he smiles.
He's just
one of those guys.
Serious.
But anyway, let's get it
So-
back to this, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying, that throwing people out it's a technique that sometimes you have to. I hated to throw that girl because she literally, they were having a good time, but their good time was in their own mind.
Yeah, it was ruining other people's good time.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
she was a cancer, and I wrote her back to explain that she was a cancer. You had to be removed. You're
getting
like
to
a bad titty.
We're getting to the email she sent to your MySpace account. So then, when you threw them out, the whole crowd applauded. They were loving the fact that you got rid of them.
No, because the show was very strange as it was. It was a weird show. I was trying to
How
figure out.
awkward is that, though? You get thrown out of a club. You got to pick up your belongings and maybe finish your drink real fast, and
It's like
everyone's
school.
looking at you.
And you get thrown out to go to the principal's office.
It was just a mixture of. I'm learning this new mixture because it's people who aren't my fans. There's people who are fans of mine from one particular aspect, but not my comedy. So they come out, and I win new ones, but some of the ones that know me from the radio go, I don't like him.
They don't like I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Going to the hospital?
Fucking shit.
And then, the web junk people are kids. So they come out and it's like, he's not talking about ice cream flavors.
This isn't
awful.
web junk.
So they come together and it's an ugly mix, and I have to regulate.
Let's go to James on Long Island. James?
Yo!
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Yo, what's the matter? This guy's mad because I was a little funnier than him or something?
That's the Eminem guy. You idiot.
right.
You wasn't a little funnier, you fucking idiot. You was a bother.
This is the guy
And
from Philly?
No, is this the Philly guy or the Caroline's guy?
I'm from Philly. What the hell?
Yeah, this is the. Hey, do you hear him? This guy was at the show. Do you hear?
This is the guy that was with the girl?
Yes, but
That
this
he
may
kicked
be the
out?
girl because she has the same voice. They were just.
Might be a girl. What are you, crazy?
Listen to him. Listen to him.
You gotta be fucking shit.
So you kicked out a girl, a guy,
and their two friends. Out you go.
Oh,
Get
okay.
out. Get out. And you thought you deserved not to fucking leave? You thought you was helping the show? You thought you was being funny? You were being as annoying and show-stopping as you are right now. Out you fucking go. You in that yellow M&M coat bothered me.
Yo, you kick out the only people that were there to see you.
But do you know that the fuck? Do you know that the fucking? You were the only people who were announcing that you knew me. Go get him, baby.
James, were you a little too obnoxious?
Yes, he
at
was.
the Caroline show.
Why, be honest.
I wasn't too obnoxious, man. I was having a good time.
Be honest. Let me tell you something. Dude, let me tell you something. There's a difference between like a rock concert and having a good time and a comedy club and having a good time. I've seen people, I've been to a lot of comedy clubs, seen a lot of comics. I know what having a good time is in a comedy club. It's sitting, watching the comics do their shit and laughing about it. It's not being louder than the comic, trying to make it your moment in front of the crowd where you get a line in and the audience laughs and now you're the guy, the center of attention. I've seen the guy that wants to be the center of attention guy, and that ain't a fucking good time. It's a good time for you. It's not a good time for everybody else. It's a bad time for everyone else. So if you were trying to be attention guy, everyone wanted you
I
thrown
wasn't
out.
trying to be attention guy. No,
He wasn't.
way.
Yeah.
Wants to be attention
Do
guy.
you hear his fuck? Does anybody believe he's not trying to be attention guy? And imagine this: his girl that wrote the letter. 1,000% worse.
Wow.
Because at least he was extra. This guy, to be honest with you, I'm fucking with him because he was having a good time. I could have kind of got him to chill out.
Worked with it, yeah.
His girl, which is a girl thing.
Was it your girl, James?
Yo, it wasn't my girl. The girl that he was pissed off at ain't even the one that wrote the letter. The girl that wrote the letter was my sister, the little blonde chick that was sitting right in front of him.
We got the letter, and that's what we're getting to
Her
here.
name is Snatch on MySpace.
Nice name.
By
You gotta
the
give
way,
her that.
It's Snatch.
I gotta respect her for that. Snatch.
I'm going to throw James on hold for a second. So, Snatch wrote this fine email to Patrice O'Neal's MySpace account after she got thrown out of Caroline's with James, who's on the line here. Okay, Patrice, it starts. Okay, Patrice. You were funny and really good at making fun of other people considering the size of your damn self.
Already. First sentence.
And make
fat
sure
joke.
this is Long Island voice in your head.
Should we keep track of all the insults? Or is it all fat jokes in this email? I haven't read the whole thing yet.
It's just go.
That's right. I'm the blonde chick that was sitting front row at Caroline's last night. Yeah, you know, one of the people you had escorted out because we broke your concentration and because we were funnier than you will ever be.
All right. When some little blonde chick and her brother, who sounds like this guy,
Yeah.
is talking about how much funnier they are than the comic, I'm not really believing they were funny to the crowd there.
Of course
they were funny to themselves, I bet.
Of course they were.
Oh, they were hilarious.
They were having a great time
And
with
laughing
themselves.
at themselves. Don't
Right,
forget that. They
right.
were laughing at themselves.
Because they're funny to themselves.
Right.
We were probably the only people there who had a fucking clue who the fuck you are.
All right, there's
Just
another
you
thing.
four.
Just them. Everyone else came there thinking, I don't know. I never heard. His name sounds like someone I might want to see.
Hey, let's go see a white woman, Patrice. She sounds funny. Patrice O'Neal, good old Irish chick.
Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Wasn't she on the Golden Girls?
Yeah, she gets into that. We weren't just going out for drinks at the comedy club. Oh, who's playing? Who gives a fuck? It'll be fun. No. We actually came to see you, and you know what? You let me down, and I'm going to let the whole fucking world know what a piece of shit you really are because you were scared of a bunch of white kids.
I was horrified.
Now the race angle comes in.
I'm a phony. They horrified.
The only thing the only white blonde girl Patrice would be afraid of is the one pointing finger and going, he's the guy that raped me.
The rapist.
That is the only time a white girl is going to scare Patrice.
Miss, you left your hair on my coat. Can you take that, please?
Yes. Could you take it off? I don't want it under my fingernails, so you grab it.
You brushed against me on the train. Can you take you and your DNA? I walk around with Windex just to make sure my coat is clean.
Patrice walking around with a CSI team just to make sure he's okay.
No white woman DNA on you.
Wait, let me make sure no white woman spit on me. Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
Fucking Clorox.
The first black person I have ever seen that was ever afraid of white people.
Yeah,
I'll
give her that.
I hope you got some laughs out of the 50-year-old ladies that were left to watch the rest of your lame-ass show.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
50-year-old ladies in there.
Had a great time when they left. Had a great time.
And the women who walked out in like the first 10 minutes of you coming on was smart. Well, anyway, I just want to thank you because if we had stayed for the rest of the gay-ass homo shit you call comedy...
You do gay-ass homo shit now?
Yeah, this gay-ass homo shit.
You know, I'd love to see your gay-ass homo shit set. I haven't seen that one when I go to see Patrice.
We would have missed our train, so for you kicking us out, we got the fuck out of New York City in time to catch our ride back. And then in capital letters, great fucking job, you fat piece of shit.
In capital letters!
Exclamation point.
See, I've had fist fights with less passion than that letter.
Yeah.
Did she fucking, and the thing is, this can turn back around. She can love me. Because if she realizes, because I wrote her back, and she has to realize that she was wrong. Mm-hmm. It had to go. She had to go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, baby. I don't want you to hate me, but you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come back ever again, it's like the Pal Talk thing. Gotta bounce you. You're fucking up the vibe.
You're fucking up the vibe of the room.
Yeah,
Same
people
thing
are too scared to tell you to shut up because this guy is an ox. This dude and a lot of big people listen to this fucking show.
Yeah,
just an ox. This kid's probably a handful. This James kid, big kid, puts on his NASCAR M&M coat and just walks out. But he innately knew he was a dick. But he wanted to stay. He was having a good time. But that girl was just awful.
Yeah.
Out you go.
Well, here, the email ends with this. I'll be talking to you on O&A soon. At least they respect their listeners. I'll be sure to let them know all about it. And if not, and you're the one to tell them first, I'll make sure I'm on the line to speak to you myself. Fuck off, asswipe.
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 Fuck off,
asswipe. Me a fucking ass. What?
You know what this letter reminds me of?
She called me an
asswipe.
Wipe.
That's a white thing, by the way.
That is
such a white insult.
What movie was Sarah Silverman in? At the beginning, she gets punched in the mouth. What movie was that? Oh, it is classic. She tools off on this guy in a parking lot and just curses him out, calling him a little cunt and shit like that. And the guy comes up like he's going to get in a fight with Sarah Silverman's boyfriend in the parking lot.
Right.
And he looks like they're squaring off because he goes, "Shut your bitch up," and shit like that. And he's looking at the guy and they look like they're squaring off. Well, this guy just turns around and punches Sarah Silverman right in the face. And that is the type of chick she seems like. With this language, fuck off, asswipe, all that shit. What was the movie?
Way of the Gun?
Way of the Gun. Best opening
Just
scene
out
in a
of
movie
control.
ever.
And you can't control women when they're out of control in these comedy shows.
Yeah. No.
Because they go, no one better put their hands on me, and no one blah. And she was just Long Islandy, and it was just horrible.
People think because they pay that they have carte blanche to do
And I offered to pay for their drinks. Pay for
There
their
you
drinks
go.
and get them the fuck out
It's
of here.
fun to a point, but then you got no one to shut up. That's what it comes down to.
I've seen shit blurted out from an audience that cracked the whole place up. It was good timing. The guy was funny, and I don't even like that shit because it's kind of upstaging and it's a tension guy. And then he always seems, since he got the laugh, that he's going to top it, so he can't shut the fuck up and keeps doing it. I think an audience should sit there and laugh if they think it's funny, not laugh if they don't, but shut the fuck up.
At times, it's so worth it. I went to see Bill Burr, Darnell. Is it Darnell?
Donnell.
Donnell.
Yeah. Donnell. And Charlie.
And Charlie Murphy, okay? It was Bill Burr killed. Darnell, or how do you say his name?
Donnell.
Donnell, right?
Donnell, yeah.
He killed. And then Charlie Murphy gets on stage. It was just when he was starting his stand-up after the Dave Chappelle show blew up. He stunk on ice, and he was the headliner. And finally, a girl from the back of the room calls him out on it. And then he decides to go at it with the girl. And the girl upstaged him to the point where it made the whole night worthwhile. Because he wasn't getting anything done on the stage.
Yeah.
At that point, it was a lot of fun to listen to a heckler. A lot of fun. I wish I could remember some of the lines she came up with.
Well,
but,
it wasn't.
But
it
the whole
wasn't this
crowd
one.
was like, damn, did she just say
Did she
that?
just-
And you could see Charlie Murphy just sweating it out like, oh, fuck, I have nothing to say
some
to that.
hecklers are genius, but you work with them. Like, I can crowd work or do
got the
material.
crowd?
I love either one. And if they had added anything except for sociopathic behavior, I'd have been like, yo, fine. And I was really with them until it was like, can you have a sense that do you have a sense that I'm getting a little. Can you calm down?
Yeah.
And the girl he was with, it was the girls. It wasn't the guys.
Right.
The
All right,
girls
listen.
were like, bleh.
Listen, we got the Way of the Gun clip that Anthony's talking about, I believe.
Wow. Really?
Hey, yeah, you, get up. What are you, retarded? Get off the fucking car.
She's sitting on the car.
Nicholas, get off the fucking car! Hey, fucksuck! Get your slippery fucking ass off the car! Listen to me! Get off the fucking car with your fucking ass!
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
You're gonna wish you never fucking got up this morning, asshole, because my boyfriend's gonna fuck you up. And then after that, while he's fucking up your fucking gay uncle over there, I'm gonna fucking cut off your cock and mail it to your mother, you fucking faggot bitch. Gaylord fucking bitch. How do you like that? You like that a lot? You fucking faggot? You like to ass fuck? Fontanella fucking baby head fuck? You like to fuck baby heads? You like to fuck boys? He's gonna fuck you in the ass. How do you like that? He's not even gay, but he'll do it just to fuck.
Honey, she's got a big mouth, but she's not kidding. I'm gonna whip you silly, and I'm gonna fuck you stupid. You wanna do the man dance? First dance is yours.
And he hauls off and punches the guy's chick in the face. It's fantastic.
So, James.
Oh, my God.
That seems to be like Snatch.
And did you
like
hear-
that chick
Yeah, where is
Snatch.
Snatch, James? We need Snatch on the phone today.
Did you hear what he did? How it went down a little bit? Where he went, oh boy, because he has been in that situation.
Yep.
So because I said to her, listen, can you shut your face? And I look at him and he goes, oh dude, don't. He has to defend her fucking mouth every single time they go out. That's why he's like,
Yo,
oh
phone. They want
man.
you on the phone.
Hey, James.
1-866-WOW-1-WOW.
Who's that?
Yeah.
I guess he's on the phone
Are,
with
are you on the
Snatch.
phone with Snatch, James?
She's calling right now. She's at work.
All right. Everyone, please do not call the show right now.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
If you're trying to call the show right now, just hang up so we can get Snatch on immediately.
We need Snatch. We need Snatch.
We need the Snatch on the phone.
Where's Snatch?
We're looking for Snatch. We're looking for Snatch. We're looking for Snatch. Come on, Snatch. We got Aaron. We got Darren. People calling when we beg them not to call. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm calling. What's up, man?
Thanks. Let me ask Darren why he's calling. Darren.
Yeah.
Why are you calling the show?
Yeah, I was listening to the show and I was hearing Patrice talking about how he's fat and out of shape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, I got to tell you, I bounce at clubs in Manhattan and I work with this guy named Leo, and he's like 5'8", and he's kind of...
All right, let's say hi to...
Holy
let's
shit,
say hi
he's
to...
just go babble,
Aaron.
babble.
Hello.
Are you known as Snatch?
Yes, I am.
Here she is,
Does it
Patrice.
sound like her?
We just read your...
Of course it does. You hear her with a deep in-and-out girl voice, and she's like, yeah.
You live in Coram, huh? It was a big night out. Big night out in the city, was it?
I just woke up, man. Shut up.
From where? Where'd you live before?
Where did I live?
Shirley?
Oh, that's not even fucking cool, man.
Fucking, where'd you live, Mastic?
You know what's great about this? You finally get to talk to someone that is hiding behind their computer. Here they are.
Here they are.
They were so brave with their email to Patrice.
Now, Aaron.
Here we go, Aaron.
You moved to Coram.
I will say,
No,
Aaron.
I live in Coram. I have lived in Coram all of my life.
You sound it.
Jesus.
That's okay.
I just wanted to let her know that out of any, I've had hate mail my entire career. Of
course.
This may rank up with the top 3 greatest hate
Wow, congratulations, Aaron. That's pretty good. Now, why would you write something so scathing, full of personal insults, racial slurs?
You called him an asswipe. That's
asswipe.
That's the one that hurts.
The capital letters, great fucking job, you fat piece of shit.
And I wrote you back there, Pumpkin. I hope you got that
I
one.
know, I already got it.
All right, you guys are getting a little relationship going. I like it.
She was so...
You're going to turn her around, bro.
It was passion because she was just hurt. But it's like, sweetie, I have to let you know. And evidently, it wasn't this girl who wrote it. Wasn't the girl who had them thrown out.
Wow.
I'm not her.
Well, where is she?
I think you guys should call her up.
Where is she?
He's at home
probably
right
sitting
now.
home right now listening.
Do you know her?
Yeah.
Or because sometimes you just get sat next to some people at comedy clubs and they're assholes, and you got to turn around and eat your own. You got to turn around to the table and go, look, shut the fuck up.
They were together.
It was all us.
But the ones on the left weren't. It was just that one girl whoever she is. But the dude here, James, he had to get up and he had to defend her honor. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to do this. And then I said, you know what? Matter of fact, if I'm lying, let me know. I said, sweetie, you go. Now, you three can stay. Wait a minute. You three can stay, but this bitch got to get the fuck out.
Yo, she is a really cool chick. You have no clue. She just got out of the Army, okay?
Exactly. And when I wrote, you must have just got... I thought I was writing the other one and not... I thought Snatch was the other one. I wrote, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with you. Maybe it was your birthday or you just got out of women's prison.
Ah, same thing.
But it's fucking the Army.
Yeah, some kind of institutionalized living.
Let's let Aaron talk a little bit here. So, Aaron,
What's up?
are you still pissed off at Patrice O'Neal?
Yo, I'm just mad that they kicked us out for no reason. They could have at least just moved us so we were out of his face or something. But
Why couldn't you just sit and enjoy the show? That's what I never understand.
We were having a good time until he kicked her
Wait,
out.
no. Your good time was interfering with the rest of the club's good time.
And how many beers did you have on the Long Island Railroad on the way in?
Yeah, any drinking on the train?
Fuck you.
I used to do that all the time. We used to go into concerts.
We're Long Island guys. We'd go to Madison Square Garden for the concerts, and you get fucked up before you even got to the show.
Absolutely.
It's a long ride on the Long Island Railroad.
That's all right. What's Coram? The Port Jeff line?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
Ronkonkoma line.
Oh, Ronkonkoma.
Oh, my God.
Even better.
This is such a white trash conversation.
Well,
it makes me sick. I really didn't want them to go. It had to go.
Dude, they were on the White Trash Express.
Yeah,
that's
the White Trash Express, the Ronkonkoma line. Ronkonkoma.
With NASCAR sponsors on the side of the train.
Home of the daytime strip clubs.
A picture of Jeff Gordon on the...
Bunch of 8s and 3s. Lots of 8s and 3s.
Listen, I really hated to do that because they were having a good time, but it was just...
All right.
They had to go.
Ronkonkoma. I love the people that decide the 5-mile drive to the ocean's too far. I'm going to bathe in this fucking polluted lake. Wonderful.
All right, wait, we got another one of the girls. James, I'm going to throw you on hold.
Here's the gangster right here. This is it right here.
Ann,
Hello.
were you the one that was acting up at Patrice's show?
Yep, and I ain't white trash. Actually, I'm from Brooklyn, so that's where you get the dude from in me.
Oh, she walked out. I've never seen shoulders. She had a Tyson walk.
Oh, wow.
She sucks, man.
Wait, let Ann talk. Go ahead, Ann.
Yeah, so you kicked us out. You could have told us to be quiet, you know, you didn't say nothing. You say, haha, he's on drugs. He's okay. She's being disruptive. Get her out of here. She's weird.
All right.
What's with that?
I didn't tell you to shut up 85 times, Ann.
No, you didn't.
Well, how many? 84.
What
You didn't tell us to shut up once.
I said,
you talking about raping the chick or Botoxing the Chinese chick? Which one?
So you were paying attention up until the mescaline kicked in. At some point, did you not think? Did you for a minute think of not yourself and understand that you had to go? There's nothing in you that thought you had to leave.
No, not even a little bit. You know, if you told me to be quiet, I would understand. Even if you would have told me that I was looking at you funny, I would have.
But I've been to a lot of Patrice's shows. If someone's fucking with him, he will say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Shut up. He doesn't just kick people out first thing.
I don't. Didn't say anything.
I have never seen Patrice just go out of nowhere. Because wouldn't the crowd be a little confused if Patrice just started like throwing people? Hey, you, throw him out.
When they left. The show changed for the better, but I'm going to tell you right now, because I don't want to get back and forth with these sociopaths, I'll give him another chance. Next time I'm in, you will... Shut up. The next time you come, I'm going to give you free tickets, complete, what you call it?
Comp.
Complete. Free drinks, free food, on me, free entrance.
Wow, look at this.
And
You
seriously,
don't need it.
because...
You can afford it.
Wow.
It's on my back.
All right, listen, who's Chris?
Here you go.
Now,
Patrice,
do you hear
I am
how
hearing how
three of them are like, okay, and there's one asshole named Ann that won't go because she got pride, you fucking idiot.
Hold on, we got the fourth person now that was at the show. Were you guys at the show with Chris?
No, I don't remember no Chris.
Oh,
No.
he's from Quorum, though.
He's a dick.
All right, hold on, this is another, hold on.
Chris from
Listen,
Quorum's on the phone.
Chris.
It's Chris from Quorum. No, I wasn't at the show.
All right.
But, you know...
Defending Quorum?
My knee-jerk reaction was to get pissed because you said Quorum was white trash. But let me explain something to you. Quorum has a very large black population called Gordon
Quorum has a very large black population.
Yeah, Gordon Heights. They make it sound all fancy schmancy. I'm from Gordon Heights.
Who gives a shit?
When you look in the real estate section, it says Quorum North, so that people know it ain't Gordon Heights.
Okay, you made your point, Quorum, you know, okay. Neighborhood, whatever. It's not like
They're turning on each other.
Yeah. Fucking real estate agents going at it.
All right, Chris, anything else?
No, that's it, boys. Have a good one.
All right, he's defending Quorum, I guess.
All right, I don't even know
So
what
now we got Ann and Ern back on the line. So you're going to give them, so you guys going to go to the next Patrice O'Neill show?
Yo, I'll go as long as he doesn't go and kick me out again, man.
That's
so
fine.
wrong.
Just don't.
Or at least this time for a reasonable reason.
Yeah, don't.
We should have them come into the studio and heckle us while you're on the radio show.
Just start heckling.
Let's have them in the corner drinking and see.
We ought to do that to see what it's like and see, because I agree with Patrice here. If we sat you in the studio and told you, look, just watch the show, enjoy yourself, maybe gave him a couple of drinks, and saw what happened, and had it live on the air, I think we would have a better understanding. Like, we'd be trying to do our show and just, dude, what the fuck, man?
What the remote?
All right, let's hear from Ann before we get out of here. Ann?
Yeah.
Ann?
What's up?
Anything else you want to add to this?
No, he was a good comedian. I'm not going to knock him. I watched him on TV, seen him on Comedy Central. He's a good comedian. But that night, he just kicked us out, and we were obviously disruptive, apparently.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever.
Was the Eminem Coke guy?
You make a second opinion, right?
Is the
you don't
Eminem
go to one doctor, right? You go to two. You need two opinions, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're the other doctors.
Well, here's the Eminem guy, James. James?
Yo.
All right.
Is that your girlfriend?
That ain't my girlfriend.
I like to give her something.
I'm sure you would.
She ain't bad. A little army girl, you know, she's fucking been stuck.
Yeah,
I ain't the only one that like to give her something. Good luck with that, pal.
Oh, it's like that. No wonder. She did walk like a the middleweight champ. She did.
Army chick.
She's like, oh, fuck you, nigga.
Ann, you like girls?
Yes, I do. I love them.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd rather
And
be
I
with...
ain't straight lesbian, so don't say nothing, Patrice. I do like males.
You're a little both, whatever, huh?
Yep, and I don't look butch or like a dyke, none of that.
Well, tell Snatch and all you guys, listen, man, you had to go that night, but listen, next time, make sure it's easy to get in touch with the show. Anytime I'm in New York, you guys, I'll get in free, and we'll try to reestablish our relationship.
All right?
Yes, like we were friends.
All right.
That sounds good.
And your final words here.
He's good. Go see him. He's fucking great.
Yeah, I think we'll patch things up.
All right, there you go. There goes Ann. There goes
Take it easy.
And the bye. James.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yo, when Patrice is back out in the city, I will be there.
Hey,
That is guaranteed.
Hey, James.
What's up?
Quickly, what town are you from?
Yo, I live in the Heights, bro.
Oh, okay. He's in the Heights.
I'm the only white dude.
He's with the brothers.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I was on an hour and 10 minutes before I threw them out. I did 2 hours.
All right.
So
these guys got a whole show.
I did 2 shows that night. The first show when they threw them out, and then the show I had to do after.
They got kicked out when the red light came on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy, they were handing out checks.
Yeah.
So, James, you got a show out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, James.
All right, yo, I'll see you guys at the Hard Rock on St. Patty's Day.
All right.
All right, James. Bring everybody.
You guys bring the whole LI posse with you, bro.
Snatch.
I want Coram. I want Shirley. I want Mastic Beach.
I want Bayshore.
I want them all Bayshore representing.
The White Trash Express to the Hard Rock Cafe a week from Friday.
I want Patchogue.
Coram in the house, bitch.
That's right.
All right, James. Thank you.
Easy, bro.
I kind of like that James guy.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron?
You take a convoy down 347.
Finally, you were the
White
one that
Trash Highway.
You were the one that wrote the hate email to Patrice O'Neill.
I am.
Anything else?
Right. No, not really. I said what I had to say in my letter. I was pissed. It was the day after for being kicked out for no reason.
All right.
So that's it, man. I'll go back and see him. I'll give him another shot. You know, maybe this time I'll sit far away and maybe he won't hear my comments so much.
Yeah, maybe you'll enjoy the
but you don't
fat piece of shit.
Maybe I'll try not to drink so much before we go.
Yeah, where's the ass wipe playing next?
And be honest, you were drinking on the train, right?
Oh, yeah.
Patrice is feeling good about his career these days. WebShark 20's blowing up.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh, that weekend brought me right back down
to reality.
Life stinks.
Hey, ass
planet.
wipe.
What were you drinking? Beers, wine coolers? What was on the train?
Heineken's
on the train.
Yeah, kid.
Wonderful.
A little Jaeger death.
Were you walking between cars and throwing the bottles out on the tracks?
Black golds for the boys and girls. All right, Aaron, you're all right.
Oh, thanks, man.
All
It was
right.
good talking to you guys.
Definitely. Thanks for
All
sticking
right.
up for us, by the way. Opie and Anthony would never do this to us.
That's so funny.
They would never do that to their fans. It's like, oh my God.
All right, Aaron.
She just really tried to destroy my life.
Good one, guys.
All right.
I can't tell you how many times I took, I never interrupted a comedy show and stuff, but I have been drinking like a motherfucker on the Huntington branch of the LI Railroad. Just like this, with my fucking Long Island Loud friends, just drinking, going out to the big city to do something, and just being an asshole.
You guys are ridiculously shy in public. It's nothing worse. You are the opposite of the fans. Like, remember Norton's roast?
Yep.
And you guys were there. It was like, it was off the radio for a little bit.
Yeah.
People still were, loving you. And it's like, hey, man, Opie and Anthony, you guys stood up with that fucking turtle in the shell thing. And
how you
and
doing?
the fans are like, fuck! And you're like, hi, everyone. It's me, Gregory. It's me, Anthony. Hi.
It wasn't that we were shy. We were beat up pretty bad at that point.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were beat up pretty bad.
But there was times y'all used to come out all the time.
We were humbled.
Yeah, we weren't feeling too good about ourselves during that time.
We give a little wave, a little humbled.
But those Long Island Railroad trips into the city to go see whatever the big band
Going
was.
to see The Who tonight.
Right. And then the ride home, you're so tired and drunk and hungover.
Everyone's drunk at Penn Station because they're all going back to Long Island. So you're at waiting for the train track number to pop up, which they do 2 seconds before the train leaves. So it's just a bunch of drunk people hanging out in Penn Station waiting to get back to Long Island.
Right. And then you hear the beer bottles rolling down, just rolling around the cars. As
They
you're trying to
smell
get
like
home.
vomit and beer, the
Oh,
cars.
my God.
When the train stops at all the stations, it's like a wave of vomit and beer and piss washes forward and then comes back when the train starts up again. You got to lift your feet up.
Now we got Dan. He's a black guy. He's sticking up for quorum. Dan, what's up?
Nah, I'm not a black guy. I'm just letting you guys know I do building inspections
Oh, I'm sorry.
in that area.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that white trash town, the black people are the upper class. Everybody I go.
You're saying the white people are lower class than the black people in the Heights.
And Dan's very surprised at that would actually happen.
Squeegee work.
Huh?
white guys are doing squeegee work on the side of the road. It's pretty hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious.
Hilarious.
I love you guys. Hit the guy on Pal Talk. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dan. Let's go to Bobby in Jersey. Bobby? No, actually, I don't want to go to you. I'm sorry. Let's go to Chris on Long Island. The only reason, Bobby, we're trying to move on.
Yeah, he was
going to say that he was at Patrice O'Neal show. I didn't mean to blow you off like that, Bobby. I meant to go to Chris. Chris.
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the LIRR going into concerts in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How bad would it be with, like, a trainload of Iron Maiden, Priest fans going into Madison Square Garden all at the same time?
It all depended on who was playing. You're right. It was like one of the hard rock, heavy metal shows would just be like crazy. And then I remember once I had to take the train in with my girlfriend, Helen, who was a big Jackson Brown fan.
You went out with a girl named Helen?
Helen, yeah. I know, please.
How old are you?
It was awful. And we went in to see Jackson Brown. And the crowd on that train, a little different than when you were going to see, like, The Who or something like that. It was just, it was a bunch of chicks and their boyfriends that didn't want to be there. Like, it was very quiet. You're giving these little fleeting glances at other guys and rolling the eyes and go, yeah, fucking Jackson Brown.
I got stuck doing this, too.
Suckered into this.
I used to hate coming in to see the Islanders and the Rangers at the Garden, and you'd be on the train with just all Ranger fans in their jerseys.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one.
Shit, man.
Going into the Ranger Islander games, man. Oof. That was really brutal.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, why don't we move on? We got to take a break here. Patrice O'Neal just killing this morning for us. On the way, we got news teases, Anthony.
Oh, new batch of news teases. Good.
Also, we got to get to the John Montone thing.
John Montone.
We also have to do, the Trump stuff's pretty good, too.
Yeah, Trump's lost his mind, or that's kind of a hot story.
It's a very hot story. We'll get into that next. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Get those wow stickers on the cars and the trucks. There are ladies out there that will flash you if they see the wow.
Right. How's your website? You wound up getting PatriceO'Neal.com, right?
Yeah, you guys convinced me to.
Yeah, you got to get your name.
Control my future.
Kind of smart. Got to get your name.
Hey, by the way, what were we looking at? Oh, we held it up to Pal Talk, and the looks on some of the faces were horrific.
Well, the National
People
Enquirer.
were trying to figure out what the hell we were showing them.
The National Enquirer, which used to be like a joke, and no one ever believed. Remember when no one believed what was in these papers?
They were like Men in Black, the Men in Black.
Yeah, Men in Black, the alien abduction, and it's like, this is where we get our news.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah. This now is the paper that only tells the truth about celebrities. Like you won't see anything printed badly about celebrities for the most part. But now the Enquirer is the truth, and they have got a section in here on this issue where it's celebrities looking bad. Extreme celebrity flaws. That's what it's called, and it's it's horrid pictures of celebrities, and they're showing their faults.
Oof.
Courtney Cox and her Dumbo ears. Lindsay Lohan, this picture's been on the web, making the web. It's her with her back slightly turned, looking very bony and anorexic, and she's got a hairy back.
She's got a hairy back?
Yeah, a lot of hair, a lot of freckles, and the side of her titty is showing. They got Angelina Jolie. Just walking down the street.
There's nothing wrong with Angelina Jolie.
Something horribly
You would
wrong.
never think anything bad. She's just walking down the street. What could they find? Well, they have an extreme close-up of her hand, and there's veins.
Let me see.
Now, when you're walking with your hands down, your veins are going to pop out a little.
Wait, but the caption is bony fingers.
Bony fingers, veiny hands.
And they do look like she was just like washes her hand in formaldehyde.
Yeah. The captions are great. Is she auditioning for an E.T. sequel? Those fingers are way creepy. Ouch.
Way creepy.
They're not that bad.
No. They're horrendous.
I mean, if they have to get a extreme focus on her hand to find something wrong with her, I think she's doing okay.
Well, the corpse bride.
What else you got?
If it's celebrity flaws issue, you got to have big celebrities like Angelina. So they find anything they can. Star Jones. They have her, since she lost so much weight, they have her with this sweeping neckline on a dress she's wearing. And it says, Star Jones, next time, Droopy, please wear a bra.
But they show her tits?
They show her tits. They
could be the worst tits ever.
They are completely flattened out.
Completely flat.
And they're laying on what I guess used to be her gut. And now that she's lost some weight, now they're just flapped down flat. But where her cleavage should be, because there's such flapjacky things, there's like a cut. There's a line, almost like a scar, stretch mark, cut thing going on. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. It is so heinous. And she's smiling, just showing this. And
how about the lovely Katie Holmes?
Yeah, we talked about
Katie Holmes.
She gets the swamp mouth there.
As Mrs. Tom Cruise, she shouldn't have scabby lips.
Oh.
And there they are, scabby lips. They have Rosie O'Donnell with some complexion issues. Halle Berry, a huge picture of her head in close-up as she's talking with a booger up her nose.
That's sexy.
It is so heinous to look at. Look at the Halle Berry booger. There it is.
Hallie's booger.
The Halle booger.
That's Hallie's.
That's
Halle
dry
booger.
and flaking. Man.
Then they have bad hair section where they got Sybil Shepherd with curlers in her hair looking like she's chasing kids off her lawn. Prince William going bald. Gwen Stefani with her blue like pixie hair, but that's, she can walk around like that. She's Gwen Stefani. Ted Danson completely bald. Then John Travolta.
Wait, Prince William going bald?
Yeah. Prince William's got like a horseshoe thing going on.
Oh, he got that peninsula.
His guy's father was like bald at 15.
Oh, damn.
That is a curse for a good-looking white kid.
That's done in a year.
Yeah, the Prince William hair is really horseshoeing.
20 years old, 21 years old?
He's a young guy. Then John Travolta. Now, he said at the Oscars his head looked a little weird, like they had just packed hair on there, like a chia hair kind of thing. And they have an ultra close-up of his hairline by his temple, and you can see gauze blended into the color of his skin with makeup and hair put into that. So he's obviously got some kind of hair system, like a hair club type system.
Let me see that too.
Yeah, look at that right there. They have one picture of him further away, and then the close-up.
Get the fuck out.
Dude, it's like makeup-colored gauze.
This is
over his head.
unbelievable that they would do
They are
this.
exposing all these motherfuckers.
The special You Got Big Eyes issue.
Yeah.
We rarely promote this shit, but you got to pick this one up. This is pretty damn good.
This is a good one.
And then you got the ultimate. Are you to the ultimate picture yet? That was the picture we showed Pal Talk, and they were creeped out.
I didn't even look at this. This is a bunch of chicks without makeup on.
Yeah.
So they're showing that. Some of them, like Jessica Simpson, they show her with makeup with the big doe eyes and everything, and that's fine. And then without makeup, she just looks like, fresh-faced girl. What's the problem?
Look at Lopez. Look at J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo needs a little eye makeup there.
Why?
She definitely does. Look, she's kind of... That's Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
That's Jenny from the block. Right there.
That's Jenny from the stoop.
Beyonce. It's just all of them without their makeup on. And then on the back page, we got Fergie from Black Eyed Peas, and she seems to have peed herself.
Yeah, they've discussed that one on VH1 on one of those clip shows.
Yeah, one of those fucking clip shows on VH1.
Web something. There's one called Web Junk 10, hosted by somebody else.
But
she's
it's
like,
pretty obvious that she pissed her pants.
She peed herself.
Probably had to take a leak in the middle of the show and was like, you know what? Who's going to notice?
Sexy.
John Stamos on the cell phone hawking a huge loogie out of his mouth.
Oh, my God.
They got him mid-loogie. It's amazing that these photographers are amazing.
I thought he was eating spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's sucking up a big piece of pasta.
The photographers aren't amazing.
They are.
No, because they just go
to catch a guy.
They're pretty much doing film with a camera.
But that's artistic.
They get 100 of those pictures and go, all right, well, I'll use this one.
That's an artistic thing to
That's
catch a Louis that long.
They take 100 pictures within a second.
Paint taking a piss.
This is like, what happened to the Clark Gable days and, the old Betty Davis day? You never got pictures of them. I got a vomit behind the dumpster, and there's a photographer. It was always glamorous, like they treated him like royalty.
A picture of Katharine Hepburn shitting in an alley.
It was like they treated him like royalty. And here comes Clark Gable down the red carpet. Let's get a word from you. Clark, what do you feel about your new motion picture? Well, it's going to be great, and I think everyone should go out and see it. It wasn't him, like, fucking taking a leak outside the Grauman's Chinese Theater.
Yeah, they left him alone back
They left him alone. Now it's, John Stamos spitting. Here's Keanu Reeves vomiting outside the door of a car.
Power vomiting.
Just power booting outside of the door of his car.
There's very good volume in that.
Yeah, and then they finished off with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, man.
He's in his swim trunks that are, like, pulled up to the mid-gut. He's just... How old is this guy now?
He has to be 75.
Yeah, I would say 75.
His left leg seems to be a normal elderly gentleman's leg. His right leg is an elephant man leg.
It's really scary.
There are things going on. I guess it's exploded varicose veins that are just squirming their way and building up lumps and bumps. It's like a relief map of Mars or something.
I think he's got worms living in his leg.
It looks like there's worms under there, right?
They're digging their way out.
There is a worm. It's like across his kneecap is a python.
Yeah, look at
There is
that.
something going on there where he's got some issues.
Clint is 75. Good job.
75. And then they got Pink. What's she doing? Taking a leak?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know
Just
what?
Pulling her skirt up and pissing.
Let E-Rock.
Here's Katharine Hepburn taking a leak.
E-Rock, show the camera all the good ones. We'll show the Pal Talk camera all the good ones
Katharine Hepburn
as we continue with the show, just in case you don't feel like going to the newsstand and getting
Let's take a look. Joan Crawford has the crabs. Joan, can we get a picture of your crabs? This is wonderful. Look here as Cary Grant vomits outside the Brown Derby, where he has just had the sirloin steak. Wonderful.
What happened to Humphrey Bogart? You got a picture of him?
Now getting out of his limousine is Humphrey Bogart with the beautiful Lauren Bacall. Oh, pussy shot. Look as she gets out. We're looking up her skirt. Wow, that's a lot of hair.
Hanging out with the nigga that played the piano in Casablanca. What?
Shave it again, Lauren.
Well, someone must have hair plugs.
They treated him like royalty back then.
Can you believe
it was
that?
always about, how about a few words for our listeners out there? It's wonderful. I hope you see my motion picture. There you have it, folks. And people were satisfied.
And
now they want fucking...
And the clicking camera, you can hear clicking.
Yeah. Exploding flash bulbs. That's all they cared about. Lauren Bacall, look at her droopy tits. Let's get the camera down there. We'll give her flash burns as we try to zoom in on these primitive cameras. Flash burns. Yeah, she's got all these stars going home with flash burns on their tits from their block of wood with gunpowder on it.
You fucking Betty
Here
Davis
she comes.
snatch. That's hilarious, man.
Oh, man.
Look at the cottage cheese ass on Betty Davis. Looks like she sat in a gravel driveway for a few hours.
Times have changed.
Look at the boogie hanging out of Mary Pickford's.
Mary Pickford, America's sweetheart. Has a big load of snot coming out her nose, and we have the exclusive pictures.
Oh, my God.
And walking down the carpet is Charlie Chaplin. Look at that. Maybe Lauren Bacall should take a lesson from his mustache. Are you putting the Halle Berry booger up on there?
Yeah,
that
we're
is
just
really rude, man.
We're just showing the pictures on Pal Talk for
Fucking royalty
everybody.
They really never had fucking controversy back then.
No.
Like, you didn't know Rock Hudson was gay until
he was dead from AIDS.
Until it was over.
Then that was it.
They said that the press knew about JFK banging women in the White House, but they just left it alone.
They left all that alone.
But that's when they would kill you. Like,
Yeah.
that's what kills me now. It's like people come out and fuck with the president. It makes me nervous sometimes. You come out and fucking talk about the president.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, you used to wind up dead, man. Marilyn Monroe and the bitches just show up dead.
Yeah, they just show up dead.
With pills glued to their hand and a fucking some type of suicide note with the pen shoved in the head. I hated it. I couldn't live with my guilt with a pen shoved in the head with the note.
Her own name spelled wrong. But there you go. See, we got proof.
She killed herself.
She killed herself.
And now, people don't care. There was no CSI shit back then.
Is that Marilyn
No one
Monroe?
cared.
Is that Marilyn Monroe in the bag? I don't know. And they just zip her face, zip back up. Yep, that's her. That's her.
Tragic news out of Hollywood as Marilyn Monroe was found dead from a drug overdose. I'm talking with a man here off camera with a gun to my head.
That's back when motherfuckers used to die.
Yeah.
We still don't know who killed the president. That motherfuckers would kill you if you
They
fucking
kill
talked.
you. That's when it was like people think it is now with the government conspiracies and shit. That's when it was going on. Now, there's too much openness. There's too much for us to look into. The second someone tries some secret society crap, people know it's on the web. Some friggin' 14-year-old has a blog written about it, and it goes out all over the place. But back then, all right, we're going to keep this one quiet. Who tonight? Imagine the room where they sit there and decide, all right, Marilyn Monroe's got to be killed. Like, who's the group of guys that go, all right, who is it tonight, guys? Marilyn Monroe? Yeah, we got to kill her.
She fucked the president.
She fucked the president. You know the deal, right? Yeah, we know the deal.
And she's telling everybody about it.
Bunch of Lucky Strikes and ashtrays.
Wait a minute. And when they found her in the bed, she was perfectly posed as a woman that killed herself. One arm up, the other one like...
Her hand over her forehead like she was in distress.
Oh, woe is me pose.
Found a nude in dramatic pose in her bed. That room, though, must have just been something.
Marilyn Monroe drowned in the Sahara Desert. Drowned in the water. But it was water in the lungs. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Water in the lungs.
The government had to go build a pool real quick to throw in. Send out the pool team. X11 pool team. In the middle of the desert, there's a fucking pool with her at the bottom.
Fucking A, man. All right.
That was the good old days, man.
The good old days.
Well, E-Rock's showing the pictures from the Inquirer.
There's Fergie wetting herself.
With all the flaws of the current celebrities.
Here's Katharine Hepburn pissing herself. She was going out with Spencer Tracy, and they kind of kept it quiet. That was in The Aviator, part of the movie. And they kept shit like that quiet. Sometimes they'd threaten people or pay them off or whatever, but they would.
But the government was in deep control of Hollywood back then.
Yeah.
They were in deep control. But that's what happened with the what was the thing with the communism?
McCarthy, yeah.
The McCarthy thing?
Yeah.
How that got started it was genius how the government freaked it. It was JFK's dad who used to be the big ambassador.
Joe Kennedy.
The Joe Kennedy used to be an ambassador over there, and he set the Jews up sweet. Because fucking Thomas Edison was a big time racist, right? So he's like, I'm not. He started the film industry, Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
But the Jews, it was in New York, and he was like, we ain't fucking with your Jews. Sent them back over to Hollywood in the desert. The 5 moguls, they created Hollywood. Joe Kennedy went over and said, listen, we need you to make a couple of good movies about our allies, the Russians, during World War II. They made the movies, then the fucking war ended. They had a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Then the Cold War started, and they released the fucking movies that Joe had made.
Look at this.
These dirty Jews, they're no good.
Commie motherfuckers.
No, that's what they did. That's what the government did, man. He set the Jews up.
A lot of people blackballed back then, weren't able to work, ruined their careers.
But they were told to do that by Joe Kennedy.
Yeah.
The black man
Ruined
has
their
the best
careers.
conspiracy theories ever.
But back then they were just
you guys and your conspiracy theories in general, though.
They ended Hollywood as we know it.
They got such a reign of power over Hollywood by threatening them. They could accuse someone of being a communist, and you were a communist.
Yeah.
And you were out of the business. Goodbye. Done. So everyone towed the line.
All right, listen, we got to get into some other things. We got to get into the Donald Trump thing.
Yeah, what's with the...
Did you hear the news tease?
Yeah.
The fucking news. Listen to this.
Plus, Donald Trump, a big fan of his daughter, what he says he would do to her if they weren't related.
How does the news get away with that? Donald Trump could have you killed. Who are you kidding?
Oh,
the news is... who's the guy from CNN that got fired? That said the news is a business? And he got in, like, kind of... almost like it was a controversial thing to say. Yeah, he just recently got fired. one of those guys.
Of course it's a business.
And he was giving a speech, and he goes, the news is a business. Oh, really? We've been preaching that for years. People think it's actually information, that you tune in to get the information, and they're there to give you the information, and that's their prime goal. No, it's ratings, it's flash, it's outdoing the other guy that's doing the news to make more people watch your news. That's it. It's a business. So these teases, these things like that, where you hear Donald Trump, what does he want to do? It's to get you to tune in. How many times did you watch the news the other day that they teased that fucking poor garbage man son of a bitch that got flung out into the street and hit by a bus, and they cut it off right before something happened? He goes, this garbage man knocked into traffic. We'll show you what happened. And they show him get knocked back, fly into the street, and then they freeze it. It's like, what the? It's America's Funniest Home Videos now, the news.
Who was filming that, by the way?
I don't know.
Where did they get the film of that?
I have no idea.
Somebody who just happened to be filming.
You're always being filmed. Put it this way. You're always on camera. Look, hi.
Hi.
Do something right now. Walk out on the street. You're on camera.
Well, listen to the news tease again.
Plus, Donald Trump, a big fan of his daughter, what he says he would do to her if they weren't related.
Fuck her in the ass.
Uh-oh.
Eat that snatch. Make her suck his cock.
He said he would shave her pussy for her if it wasn't his daughter.
Here comes the beautiful Ivanka.
He wants to know if her pussy smells like his money after this.
The sad part is you're not too far from the truth.
It smells like a dollar bill, Donald said about his daughter's twat.
Her freshly minted twat.
That is so fucked up for them to do that, man.
Yeah, but he admitted some crazy things, so they're not too far off on this one.
Okay, if she weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Donald Trump made those comments during a talk show interview promoting his daughter's first appearance on
she's
The
a model.
Apprentice. It all started when Donald was asked how he would react if Ivanka, who's 24 years old, posed in Playboy. Trump replied, I don't think Ivanka would do that, although she does have a very nice figure. Then he added, if she weren't his daughter, he'd date her. After the show, Trump said he was only joking.
Joking. Stop.
Well, let's say he wasn't joking.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that horrifying what he said? Don't get me wrong. I'm saying to see that your daughter's hot, see that she's a good-looking girl,
that's a little
and
fucked
she's
up. Grown,
would you go, wow, does that mean he's yakking off to his fucking daughter? I don't know.
I think it's a great sense of humor. We use shit like that all the time on this show. I know that. And I think it's very accurate. She's attractive, she's young, she's a model. If it wasn't his daughter, he probably would date her and marry her, and because that's what he does. He takes young, attractive models and has sex with them, and eventually marries them. So if she falls into that category,
he takes them,
it is a little twisted.
He gets them young and damages them up pretty good, and then
bangs them up
the new one,
like fucking Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart, he'll grab these young models, put a heavy city miles on them, and then kick them out and trade them in. He leases chicks.
He leases them. Right.
It's a lease, and he's got to pay for damages.
It goes for the trade-in.
That guy, he's the guy that brings the lease back all beat up and scratched, and they can't sell it.
All right, well, The View was talking about this fine story and this fine comment.
Of course they were. Easy,
where are you going? Patrice O'Neal's pissing.
So, Donald, all right, I'm afraid to ask this question, but what would you do if Playboy put Ivanka on the cover of the...
All right, so now we get to see if he was kidding or not. So I didn't know this happened on The View. I thought they were just discussing the story.
Yeah.
So they were they had Donald Trump on.
Of the magazine, and she had not...
This is going to be an interesting answer.
He doesn't even want you to have a drink. I know it. So
it would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine.
If she posed, it would be fine. But if they put her picture on...
But it depends on what goes inside the magazine.
Well, see, that's her gripe. That's this girl's gripe.
And
People assume there'll be nude photos.
Right, you do assume that with Playboy.
Okay,
but if there weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
Yeah.
Well,
you're known for saying outrageous things, Mr. Trump.
Who are you, Woody Allen?
This is such a non-story.
Making a joke.
And the news picked up on this and made it more serious than it really was.
Take it out of context. You print it.
He's just fucking around.
He's having fun.
And then the news reports it as, oh, my God.
He wants to sleep with his daughter. Look out. Comes the Donald.
A non-story that the news blows up.
That's a perfect
They do
example.
it all the time.
I'm glad we talked about it first and then played the clip.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
out of context, when you read something,
sure,
we've done this before. We've read quotes, things we've said.
Right.
And you read it and go, oh, that doesn't look good in writing.
No, it doesn't.
But
at
in the
all.
context of the show and us laughing and joking,
Of course.
it makes perfect sense. That is exactly what that was. He's on The View. He's having fun. He's mixing it up with the girls. And he throws out one of these outrageous, kind of funny comments. That's all
Did it
that
shut
was.
the show down? Did they all go, ooh, Donald?
They were like, oh, that's sick.
It's a non-story.
And he's like, is that terrible? Is that...
And then they have to make a Woody Allen joke. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Can't come up with a pedophile from this century?
Oh,
Come on now.
Donald.
Let's go to Momo. Momo.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, two things. First of all, yesterday you guys were talking about how screwed up it was that Dana Reeve died.
I want some of that water, bro. Not yours,
Right?
but...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, and you guys were all castigating God for doing something screwy, and you were...
No, we played it both ways yesterday, the Dana Reeve
No,
thing.
I heard. I heard,
who blasted
but
one?
I wanted to play devil's advocate with you. If you don't think there's a God...
You
And-
Patrice, you motherfucker. Oh, my God. Patrice O'Neal just fucking farted.
Wow. Holy
People
shit.
are leaving the
Hold
studio.
on. It's an alert. It's an alert.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Air traffic chaos after glitch. What?
Oh, my God. That's the worst. Oh, my God.
What the fuck just happened?
This is the worst ever. I have never in...
Clay Aiken is does anybody?
Holy shit, this makes me want Jimmy Norton back. Like, his farts aren't nearly this bad. What the fuck did you eat? What did you eat?
I had.
What did you eat?
What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
What is going on? Hey, man,
Holy
these,
shit.
you know, I'm telling you something. These
Oh,
news
my
alerts,
God.
these fucking news alerts, man, it's not right.
Oh,
what they do.
I wish they had pal smell.
It ain't right what these fucking news alerts
Dude,
do.
my eyes are tearing.
Fucking talking about
Holy
Donald Trump.
Shit.
Wow, I smelt a little bit of it, and then the whole cloud, the whole green cloud came down over my head.
I was praying that didn't happen.
Did you try to sneak it out?
Oh, it was a bubbly one.
Was it a one?
Bubbly.
It
At least it dispersed.
it wasn't a
You
rough.
ever have one where you actually feel your underwear expanding because it's all air?
You get a little lighter. It's like a hot air balloon in your pants.
I was hoping that just hit me. I didn't realize that was so easy.
Wow.
You went for the
That would
one.
have been one if you were alone. Very enjoyable.
You went for the one cheek sneak, didn't you?
I need to drink some chloroform. The
Clorox?
That's big Clorox. Nigga, don't drink. No,
all right,
not
listen.
the plant shit, nigga. The bleach. Drink bleach, motherfucker.
Let's get back to Momo. Momo.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Where
Go
were
ahead.
we?
Well, I was talking about the whole God issue.
Yeah.
And I wish Jimmy was there because he...
Well, just in case, you know, because people only catch parts of the show every day. Dana Reeve, she died, and it's just like, what? You question the fairness of life.
Yeah, like she took care of her husband, Christopher Reeve, paralyzed for over a decade.
Hold on, Momo. This is called the setup.
And then
Jesus.
she
I don't listen long
winds
enough.
up getting lung cancer and dying shortly after her husband dies. You would think, you know, after being a saint like that and sticking with him and taking care of him, that after he dies, she would be able to then move on a bit with her life.
You would think if there was a God, he would throw her a bone like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a pass for a while. I'm going to give you a few years on that earth to maybe
Sometimes
enjoy
when
yourself.
God throws a bone, like whole civilizations get wiped out.
So go ahead anyway.
That's pretty much it, you know, and you would think she would be given the ultimate reward for the second half of her life, you know. But what is she given? Lung cancer and about 6 months to live.
And doesn't smoke.
That's it. And doesn't smoke.
Doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
But you know what? Okay, you can look at it the other way. I don't know, you know, if you touch it, but at least he went first. Because it's like if she went,
wow.
it was like he was just what
Yeah.
he was by
Burden.
himself with no one but his
Burden on the
son.
kids.
You know what I'm saying? So
Those poor kids. Jesus Christ.
And then I want to thank CNN for bringing it home for everybody. It's 5 in the morning. I throw CNN on, and this is what I hear, like dramatic music. Lung cancer, the silent killer.
Ah, there you go.
You don't even have to smoke to get lung cancer.
Non-smoker.
It's the silent killer.
That's what they're going to be
big
saying.
graphic and ominous music.
To 20% of people that get lung cancer are non-smokers.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us that we can die from that too. CNN, thank you.
A lot of it is could be other things you breathe in.
But then we took the other angle on the whole thing. You know, she was supporting the stem cell, and maybe God's saying, leave the stem cells alone.
Why? Not too hip on the stem cells. Well, that's what the religious right says.
A lot of the religious right.
They say God doesn't like stem cells.
That's right.
I have no idea why.
Leave the stem cells alone. That's what a lot of the good old.
I love
religious
the stem
right.
cells.
I think the stem cells is
right.
I mean, anything we do is God put it here. It's like if you think God
it's a resource.
is the omnipotent, you don't think He knows that it possibly could have been stem cell research?
Yeah,
He
didn't figure that. These people figured it out. They weren't supposed to ever figure that one out.
Motherfuckers tapped into a part of their brain I did not open when I was opening this motherfucker. I didn't give them the cheat code to their own brain.
Yeah, cheat codes.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like we figured out some cheat codes off of God.
Oh, shit. These niggas figured out gravity? We got to get rid of them.
That's a back door.
What a brilliant way to look at it, Patrice.
Cheat codes.
You are such pompous asses.
God knows
Humans
if there is a God. If there is a God, He knows everything we're going to do, everything we were supposed to do. That's pretty much the way they spelt it out for us. We have our free will, but he's got to know what we're up to.
Yeah, He knows we will be arguing about Him. He knows everything about what. That's why I think God is not sitting around waiting for people to dance, disco dances for Him, putting money in a bowl and go, Lordy, Lord, and the Jesus and the boo-boo. He just made Earth, and we're gonna demise at our own fucking time.
Whatever.
He's busy doing what He did. It's science. Science is science.
You know what?
We're unfolding it.
Imagine how pompous we are to think that we're not just some project, some godly project, if there is this God. Like, think of something you did in second grade, a project you put together. I remember once I made a dinorama of the
very nice.
colonial United States. It had a little mirror for a lake. I had little pilgrim hat people cut out of construction paper, and you looked in, and you saw a scene from the colonists.
You know what's so sad about what you just said? And this guy he didn't graduate high school.
No.
You didn't graduate high school?
He didn't need to graduate high school.
That's why you're ultra, extra smart now, compensating for
I gotta compensate where I fucked
super
up.
Super genius.
Anthony, I made the same thing growing up, and I just called it like a pilgrim village.
Yeah.
What'd you call it?
It's a dinorama.
Dinorama, you asshole.
Did you know that?
Fucks no.
Thank you. Because when he comes up with this shit, it's always Jimmy and I looking at each other like, what the hell? It's a stupid village thing.
You know how you were saying every time you find something out, you want to just share it with somebody? Like, any knowledge you get, you be like, hey, no matter when, you're trying to look for a way to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just found out what gravity is. It just hit me with the concept of gravity, what it is. Space is not fucking empty. Space is an actual tangible thing.
Right.
And the reason we revolve around the sun is because the sun is pressing down in the middle of that fucking matter.
That's space.
The sun's pushing down. So it's like if four people are holding a blanket on either side and you put a bowling ball in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And now the bowling ball is sitting in the middle. If you put some other round objects on that, it will go directly towards that fucking bowling ball. Unless they're so heavy that they actually press inside the space too, but they're rolling around the area that the bowling ball is.
There you go, Patrice.
Hey, Patrice.
I just found out what gravity
is.
is.
But a lot of people are asking, so that's a dinorama? Whatever.
Diorama, yeah.
A diorama?
Okay.
Diarrhea?
It's a diarrhea.
It's a diarrhea.
Dinorama was actually what they used to film those old movies in, where it was claymation.
Okay. Because you did say dinorama.
Yeah, diorama. Diorama.
All right.
But, and you'd look through it and see a scene from the past. Now think of, to bring it back to the God thing.
Yeah.
That was very, very important to me back then when I was making it. It consumed my life as a second grader for a very short period of time as I made it. and as it was displayed.
Right.
And that was my project.
Fast forward 50 years later.
50 years, fucking asshole. Now, it is a distant memory, a distant fond memory, but I could care less what happened to it, where it is now in the whole cosmic scheme of things. And I believe we are just one of these projects that are out there.
Dude, stop.
And
Can I ask you a quick question, Anthony? Did you used to do the nuclear hide under the desk test?
Yeah, I had to do that.
Oh, Anthony's old as a...
I had to do that in up until probably the 4th grade.
Oh, you just told your age.
The commies were going to nuke us, you idiot.
The hills have eyes.
I got it. Listen to this.
We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time.
That's right.
Fire is a danger.
Negroes.
It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire.
Listen how they talk
you have
to the
fire
public.
drills in your
like
school,
children.
so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous, too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb.
How do you get ready for the atomic bomb?
First thing you do is light up a Lucky Strike cigarette and thank your lucky stars you're here in the good old United States of America, where we can defend our people against the dreaded Reds and their nuclear menace. With an ordinary school desk, you will save your life from a nuclear bomb. When you hear the alarm go off, saying that a nuclear bomb is en route to your town, USA, find a school desk and crawl underneath. Everybody gather at the schools and find a desk to crawl underneath. This will not save you. This will just make it easier for who's ever left in the government to clean up the dead knowing you're all in schools. That was their gag. Remember the fallout shelters? Remember that? You still see signs that say fallout shelter.
Yeah.
These were basements of buildings in major cities where people were supposed to go to escape the fallout from nuclear bomb, and then once it crosses over like a pleasant little snowstorm, you'd come out and go back to your life.
2 years later.
2 years later in a fucking apartment building basement with your neighbors.
It's like
you're really going to live.
The planes, when planes go down and they say put your head between your lap, that's not to save your life.
No.
That's just so you break that neck when the plane lands.
It's just, we don't want to look at you.
We don't want you suffering. We just want your neck snapped.
Make this quick.
They don't want to collect the pieces. They just want one.
Just make it quick. Yeah, stay in a lump. Hopefully you'll stay that way, strapped in your seat. If you sit up, there's going to be a head here. Right. We want you all strapped in a nice package for the cleanup people.
They find your head and be like, oh, this nigga tried to have dignity and not he didn't fold up in a old pussy-ass ball like we told him to.
They put everything in position and realized this idiot was trying for the overhead. His arm was raised up trying to get his fucking laptop.
That nigga was in the bathroom.
Here we go.
But that's what, and the fallout shelters were pretty much so people would gather down there, and if anybody lived through this and society had to get together, there wouldn't be sprawling fucking streets and houses full of dead people. They knew where they were, and they could either cover them over or drag them out, whatever it need be, but they didn't have to go house to house getting dead people.
Well,
that's all it was.
We got more audio from the duck and cover era.
Duck and cover.
First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes.
You die.
You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen.
Cool.
If you were not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard or throw you against a tree or a wall.
That's it, huh?
It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town.
Signboards.
But if you duck and cover, you will be much safer.
The internet can go out.
Duck and cover from a top.
Duck and cover.
How stupid were we?
I like that. It could knock you over or push you into a tree. It's a bully. It's a big bully. Hey, why I oughta. It's a nuclear fucking explosion, you idiot. It's not knocking you into the tree. It's frying you and the tree at the same time.
Basically, you turn into a shadow.
Yeah. For a split second, you're an ash until the blast blows that away, and you're left as nothingness. Nothingness. You are reduced to a molecular level. You are not pushed into a tree.
You do always think that just covering your head is going to save you.
Duck and cover.
They're shooting.
There you go. That's fighting the nuclear war. Duck and cover, Johnny.
Well, here we go. More audio.
Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way.
Mm-hmm.
Remember to keep your face and the back of your neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air, it won't cut you. You might be eating your lunch when the flash comes. Duck and cover under the table.
Hold up your drumstick.
Then,
It'll
if the
cook.
explosion makes anything in the room fall down, it can't fall on you.
All right. This guy makes it sound like nothing, really.
Well.
If you duck and cover, everything will blow up around you. You'll sit there and be fine.
Amazing.
The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near. Paul and Patty know this, and they're always ready to take care of themselves. Here they are on their way to school on a beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know what to do. Paul covered the back of his head so that he wouldn't be burned. And Patty covered herself with the coat she was carrying.
That'll do it.
They knew how to duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came. If they had been at this doorway when the bomb flashed, Paul and Patty would have ducked and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good place to duck and cover.
Sure they are.
She will be safer, too.
How do they get away with this?
A coat.
And this
she
was-
covered herself with a coat.
Do you realize when you see the flash, it's already too late?
It is over, Johnny. If you don't see a
You
flash.
need to have ESP.
Dude, there were tests done in Nevada with very small nuclear weapons. They'd blow them up. People that didn't even see the flash were affected because back then the weather forecasting was a little off, and wind would blow and change direction and blow some of this fallout over towns and fuck these people up. I mean, leukemia and all kinds of horrific things. And that's people that were just... They didn't know what was going on. If you're close enough where you're seeing the flash...
It
is
over.
so over.
And this is like, what, 65 or something like that?
Yeah. Well, no, this guy kind of sounds like the 50s.
At
'Cause
least
this is
10 years
atomic bomb.
after the fucking, they got the Japs. And it's like, so they got film of the Japs.
They knew what happened.
Ducking in Nagasaki, and then afterwards, oh, good thing I ducked. brushing ash off them.
Ducking the cover.
Those motherfuckers got eyeballs growing. The grandkids got eyeballs growing in the back of their neck right now.
Right. Voss is outside the studio. All right, we got another clip here.
Here's Tony going to his Cub Scout meeting.
Yeah.
Tony knows the bomb can explode any time of the year, day or night. He is ready for it. Duck and cover. Attaboy, Tony. That flash means act fast.
Yep.
Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running? He stays down until he is sure the danger is over.
Till the military comes and
The man
shoots him.
helping Tony is a civil defense worker.
Gets him out of his misery.
His job is to help protect us when there is danger of the
that
atomic
old
bomb.
Codger.
We must obey the civil defense worker.
And to the men in the suits from the movie Blob.
Yeah.
The white suits with...
Yeah, till they show up.
This was just some more of that false security crap.
Yeah, this was absolutely false security, trying to make people think that if the Russians launched, we'd be okay. It's all right. Have faith in your
They
government.
would have never reached, though.
Everything's fine. Yeah, they had the bombers, though. They had the planes.
There was no way. The closest thing we ever claimed to that, and that would have been dangerous, would have been that Cuban crisis.
Well, that was pretty bad. In the 50s, though, I tell you something. In the 50s, the Russians had some big fucking bombers, and something would have gotten here. Fly over the North Pole, drop their bombs.
Not even.
You don't think?
You
don't think?
Fucking way. No way.
In the 50s, they would have been able to do that.
No. They could have bombed Alaska. Who gives a fuck?
I think they would have been able to make it.
Absolutely not. There was never been there is not going to be a nuclear. There may be when them fucking Jews start shooting missiles at Iraq and Iran.
For their
other than that, nothing. We're surrounded unless they get into Canada, unless they sneak some. We're fucking safe.
I don't know about that.
Oh man,
that's scary. That's a scary thinking you got there, Patrice.
The dirty Arabs, how the fuck are they going to get a nuclear bomb in this goddamn country? They got to sneak every piece in for the next 52 years to blow up a building. Who gives a fuck? There'll be another. We'll take over Canada by then and make it the New York. Canada's already going to be New York. We need room. We need other places for people to live.
We're going to take Montreal
We're going to take Montreal.
We had Montreal for a little bit. We had Montreal for like a week or two.
I just see the biggest danger as being those friggin' old Soviet bloc countries that still have nuclear missile silos that go, well, how much you willing to pay for the missile,
They're still doing
Mr. Ahmad?
They're doing that, but they're only trying to kill Israel. That's where the problem. Israel is nervous because that dude Mahmoud, whatever the fuck his name is in Iran, he's a problem. Yeah. He is a fucking problem. When you get guys like him and the North Korean guy, where America goes, that's our big thing is that we tell people what to do.
But we just got to throw them money, and they seem to shut up.
Fucking no way. Not this Mahmoud dude, and not
that
Kim Jong-un leader.
Yeah. Let's get the last Duck and Cover clip in.
Duck and Cover.
This has a creepy song at the end.
Oh.
Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this film is over. Discuss what you could do in different places if a bomb explodes. Older people will help us as they always do, but there might not be any grown-ups around when the bomb explodes. Then, you're on your own.
How frightening is this?
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Duck and cover.
It'd be okay.
Duck,
right?
And cover. Duck
and cover. That's all you got to do. How scared shitless were we as kids?
Duck and cover. And
Pretty
then,
scared.
And then in a week, you see Dustin Hoffman and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Rene Russo on the way to blow up your entire fucking town.
Yeah. Witnesses.
We forgot about Momo. Momo. So you were saying, we went on like a 20-minute tangent.
Wow, we certainly did, Momo.
What's up?
What I was trying to get at was, we always, we tend to blame God for the bad things in life, like, when Dana Reeve dies or, natural disasters or so on and so forth. But I'll posit this to you. Why should we always complain about bad things happening to good people? Why should good things happen to bad people?
Oh.
In other words, we're all bad. If you really look at each one of us, we all have a Hitler within us. And so why should we all
some more than others
not expect to have, bad things happen to us?
Momo, I hate you.
Why?
I really do. And you called yesterday like, why don't these guys ever put me on the air, right? You called yesterday with that, or 2 days ago with that?
Yep.
It was a joke.
And this is why I hate you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Because under your comments, it says, I have a 16-year-old daughter. I understand Trump. We hate people who try to fucking get on the air with one thing to get another point across.
Right.
Well, I wanted to comment on that.
No, you don't understand.
Give a shit about your God crap.
We have people screening calls not to get stories like that on the air. That's why they're there. They see, I have a 16-year-old daughter, I understand Trump. And then the screener goes, oh, that's the subject they're talking about. That's what they want to hear. It's kind of a good subject. Well, put you through. And then you bypass the whole thing by blurting out your theory on bad things, good people, good things, bad people. No one gives a flying fuck.
Momo, even if you made a good point, I really don't like you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm replacing the M in the first word of your name to an H. You are now homo. Homo.
Nice.
I showed you.
Momo, we don't put up with that shit.
Well, I'll get to my point then.
No.
I don't pardon you.
We give everyone a chance to talk on the show.
You know what?
We certainly try. But when you call up and say, I want to talk about this, and we're like, oh, that's cool, and that's what we're doing right now, and then you blindside us with something else, it's just...
That angered me so much, I'm bouncing a random person from Pal Talk. Bye. There they go. And he's gone.
Just any old motherfucker.
He had to pay. Someone had to pay.
Wait a minute, but see what you just did?
Yeah.
Now... This guy, Momo, helped you understand what you just did.
Yeah.
That person might have been good. And you playing God, you zapped that person.
And Anthony,
no, I didn't.
That person was
Anthony's
Momo
full of
ruined
shit.
it. Was that person
Anthony's
bad
full of
or
shit,
good?
by the way, because he's not bouncing any of the girls that are just flashing all morning long.
It's completely random up there.
You're such a liar.
Someone had to answer for Momo.
You're
That
just looking for
person
an Arab
was good,
name.
and you just like an evil God.
Hey, someone had to answer for Momo.
So it shall be written. So it shall be done. You are playing God. You know what? I agree with
We
Momo.
will not hear the name of Momo in this house again.
Look, here's the deal. We really try to get to everything. You don't have to, try to fake us out to get your point on the radio.
So people on Pal Talk duck and cover. Duck. When you see Anthony putting the mouse over your name, duck and cover. That's right, Mustafa Dazi. Mustafa Dazi. Uh-oh, Mustafa's just seen a flash. What are you going to do? Oh, no, he's been bounced. Everyone else, duck and cover. Duck and cover. Uh-oh. What are we going to do? Who's next? Look at your screen, people. Look at your screen. Is it going to freeze up? Hey, is your screen all of a sudden going to freeze up around the light? Oh, no, he just took a hit. Oh, no, duck and cover. People are just getting bounced from Pal Talk.
You're twisted, man.
When you see someone next to you get bounced, duck and cover.
Oh, shit.
All right, listen, why don't we take a break? We got Rich Voss here.
I just bounced 3 people.
Oh, my God.
3 innocent
they can't
souls.
Get in for 24 hours.
Bye.
We got Rich Voss here, and we got Adrienne Frost here. She has a book called I Hate Other People's Kids.
Oh, right. Well, that's something I can get behind.
This could be really, really good.
I hate children.
And more with Patrice O'Neill as well.
Of course.
Are we back now?
Yes, that's better.
We had technical difficulties.
A little equipment problem.
I got an instant headache, by the way.
I think I blew an eardrum.
I'm not even kidding. After the U2 show at the Garden, my left ear is really fucked up. I got to go see a specialist. And what was that? I don't even know if they heard it in Radioland.
The instant replay, the little sound effect machine that we got over here. You know.
No, don't do it, please.
Just making sounds. It's fine now.
Oh, okay.
It had to be rebooted because something happened where it was taking everything we were saying and wrapping it around and feeding it back, and that's what you heard was feedback.
It was beyond feedback.
Oh my God!
It was one of the worst sounds I've ever heard in the headphones.
Screechy thing.
And Opie poured hot coffee in Voss's face.
Yeah, it was
Unbelievable.
That was some shit. I never seen nothing like that.
He got up and punched Voss.
I took my and threw hot coffee in fucking Voss's face. What's wrong with you?
I took the headphones off and threw them at Voss by accident because I just had to get the headphones off my ears. That was the worst noise I've ever heard.
Well, the feedback, I would blame it on the Jews. You know, I mean, you control the media, so we got to control the feedback.
And we were going to talk about that Patrice O'Neill promo. He's doing his relationship show this Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. on this channel, Eastern Time. And intern Bill came up with a very, very racist, stereotypical...
I love that. I love how I sound like
it's
man,
horrible.
what the fucking mean?
It was like some kind of in living color character.
Jesus.
Yeah. And Patrice was just rolling his eyes and he was really pissed off.
It just makes me sound like, man, I am
Dr.
Baby.
What was that about?
But intern Bill thought it was funny and we were going to talk about it. Should we get Bill in here real fast?
Intern Bill let you make smell things? Yeah. Bill has it all together.
Hi.
He's doing promos.
Brother Weeze says hello.
Hello to Brother Weeze.
Yeah, love the Weeze.
My mentor. Here's intern Bill real fast before we
what were you thinking?
Explain who you are.
Basically, that promo was made to sound nothing like Patrice, and I actually wrote it as a white, nervous person. But once I found the person who voiced it, I said, do a Patrice impression, and the person who voiced it had the least similar voice to yours. So I said, that's so inaccurate, I'm going to use you to do the voice, and it probably just came off that way as racist, but
came off. It should be the Patrice and Rochester show.
I like Bill the reluctant racist, like the autistic racist. Everybody's niggas and spicks. I don't know.
Who voiced that?
Eastside Dave.
Oh, Eastside Dave. Right.
There you go.
We didn't get what we wanted out of that, so we'll stop running that thing.
You're welcome.
We were looking for a
good promo if you're going to buy pancake syrup.
Jesus. I heard the feedback, Opie, before you, and I ducked and covered, so I ended up fine.
So you all right?
Yeah, you got hit with the blast. You weren't listening.
Hey, could someone tape 10 weeks to Better Sex? That's got to just be a blast to listen to.
That's how long it takes?
10 weeks to Better Sex.
Really?
All right, let's say hi to Adrian Frost.
Good morning.
Sorry.
Hi.
It's all good.
We had a little problem there. I think everything's okay.
Yeah, a couple of glitches, as they call it.
You wrote a book
business.
that's right down Anthony's alley, as they say. I hate other people's kids.
There we go.
I read some excerpts, and I couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand other people's children. They are inconveniences to me and my good time, my nights out, my times flying on an airplane, in movie theaters. Any situation when I leave the house, someone's child can completely screw it up for me. Shopping.
On the subway.
Subway. Doesn't matter where it is.
Restaurant.
Yeah. And it's not even so much that it's happening, because I can even, through my anger, understand that. It is the complete lack of understanding on the part of the parent to remedy this problem, because they think their little angel is everyone's little bundle of joy.
But after a certain point, kids are also completely responsible for their behavior. After, I think, around the age of 4, it's like Pavlov's dogs. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know how to get what they want.
At 5, they have to be responsible. I mean, to what
Come
extent
on.
do they
Get
have to
a
be
job and start contributing.
They can send a canary down in the mines now to see if it's safe.
Yeah.
And after that, just take a horde of them. Let them go down in there. We need to bring back the child workforce, I think, in this country. I mean, it's doing great in other countries.
Sew.
Oh, they can make shoes, dresses.
I like the way you think.
Mining for diamonds.
Put them to work. And then they'll be so goddamn tired at night that we can go out and they're asleep.
I was going to ask.
I love you, Anthony.
I was going to ask what age. Because sometimes, as adults, we have this guilt thing. But there have been kids where I don't look at the parents. I go, this kid is a fucking
asshole.
Like the kid himself. You don't like him as a person because they're not being cute. They know that they're being dicks. They're aware of
they are
being
inherently evil.
And then they grow up to have a relationship show on Saturdays. Last night on stage at Caroline's, this couple is just so awkward. I said to them, they were married. I go, look at you two are awful. You're perfect together. I go, do you have kids? And the lady, this is true. She goes, I have 2. But they're dead, so don't go there. On stage, they're dead. Whoa. I go, where are you from? And she goes, like the Delaware Valley. I go, well, a lot of kids die in that area. It's a tough area to have kids. But it brought the show to a dead
She was
halt.
Serious.
Yes. And I didn't know what to say.
How about then saying, no, you don't have kids?
Yes. Why would
Jesus. That's it.
You should have thrown him out like Patrice does. Patrice will just point at people and go, get out of my show.
Your kid is dead. Get out. Get out.
You're bringing the whole house down.
Why are you here with dead kids? Get the fuck out of the show.
How many kids do you have?
Why are you bumming us all out?
I don't have kids. I have cats. I'm not.
Well, it's just kind of funny
I don't want people to think I'm the fat lady on the couch eating Funyuns with a ton of cats. No,
you're the fat lady in the radio studio. You're not the fat lady on the couch. But what I'm saying is, it's easy.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
At any time, feel free to goof on his tiny little baby hands.
His
little baby hands.
Yeah, but it's the tiny cocks. That's where it stems from, really.
It's a tiny cock.
I understand. His face is red, and there's a little bit of steam coming out.
Listen, let me tell you something. You would never have a chance to see this cock, okay? I don't care how many books you write, okay? Let me tell you something. You could write a book, I Love All the Jews. You'd never see this cock.
I love all the Jews.
Shut up and take it. Now listen to me. You have no kids, so it's easy to trash. I hate other people.
I have a better vantage point.
It's the best.
I have a
Boss
better.
has 2 daughters.
You don't have
I know
kids.
he does. 13 and 15.
Better if you don't have kids.
He's got a tween.
Then you have a better understanding of what it's like.
People don't like Voss's kids.
Yeah, please. But my fucking kids are cool. They'll fucking
They're
tell you
probably
right to your
perfect.
face.
I'm sure that they're perfect.
No, they're not. They're not perfect. I mean, thank God they never, fucking molested food like you did, and they're gonna grow up to be normal, nice kids.
I've known Voss's kids since at least I think the youngest one was 6 or something. She's an ass. Like she's aware that she's an ass. Like she's so your youngest daughter. It's not like, I'm a little teapot.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
No, she's fucking.
She does impressions of Chinese people and Arabs.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that comes from, from Daddy.
No,
from Daddy.
First of all, it's, God bless you. Hope your book sells and whatever, okay. Maybe I'll even pass some out at the Stress Factory this weekend.
But here's the thing. This bullshit.
But to trash kids when you don't have them, of course. I know.
Stop. This is a pamphlet.
Wait, boss.
What?
You don't trash kids if you have kids, because then you understand how wonderful they are. It's like the people in the Body Snatchers that fell asleep next to the bean pod. That's what parents are.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're partying, you're having fun, you can go to the Bahamas at the drop of a hat if you want to.
And the next thing you know, you're putting their picture on a tissue box.
Yeah, the next thing you know, right. You fell asleep next to the pod, you wake up and go, it's the most wonderful thing ever.
You know what?
And you assume everyone fell asleep next to the pod.
Everybody wants
no,
to see it.
I didn't sleep next to the pod. I want a plain seat without a kid crying behind me.
But you always, as a person with no kids, you always say, I'm not going to raise my child like this. I always look on a refrigerator at awful kid art, and I go,
no, you just look at the refrigerator.
My fucking kids that this stinks. Honey, look at a real picture of someone who has talent, and look at this fucking snotty stick figure you drew.
A 12-year-old kid in Cincinnati put his gum on a priceless oil painting last week.
Oh, isn't that great?
At a museum.
Yeah, and also an adult cut up the fucking night watch of Rembrandt at the Reich Museum. Okay, and that was an adult.
Yeah.
All right. So
let's get
here's the thing.
Let's get into the kid thing, because Anthony agrees.
No, well, Anthony agrees.
Yes,
but listen,
I agree to a point.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, it's easy
when the kids start screaming and yelling at the restaurant.
In life,
the parents think it's their right to have a dinner with their screaming kid in a restaurant.
Then you take them out, of course.
But they don't.
But here's the thing.
Well, obviously, look at you like, what am I supposed to do?
You shouldn't take them to a restaurant that doesn't have an animatronic rodent in it.
Okay, looking at you spend a lot of time in restaurants. Okay, so here's the thing.
Boss, why the anger?
Because I just hate when people attack.
She's been nothing but nice so far.
All right, I'm trying to. I'll be nice to her. All right, here's the thing. If you were on a treadmill, you wouldn't hear the fucking kids, okay? What? I'm just saying.
Why are you attacking?
Why are you attacking?
All right, don't worry about it.
No, because
it doesn't make you feel better.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Rich.
The more he does it, the easier it is for me to just look down on the top of his head.
It's funny, right? I'm sure you get that a lot too. Oh gosh, she's blowing me. Oh my God.
See, I wouldn't.
It's Tuesday. I know it's 4 a.m.
As much as I like to give head, Rich, I wouldn't want to give it to you because your pot belly would bruise my forehead.
Oh, yes, a real pot belly.
In and out.
Please, listen, Ralphie. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing: $10. A Jehovah Witness pamphlet is thicker than this. Okay,
that's not my fault.
Fucking
What's going on?
No,
hold on.
Because I got.
What's wrong?
Listen,
where's this coming from?
It's not coming from because I got kids and she's attacking kids.
She's not attacking kids.
No, shut up.
Since when do you know what the price of a book is anyway?
I know. First of all,
that could be a reasonable price.
This looks like it would be a nice tabletop book.
Right. A tabletop book?
Yeah, it's called tabletop. You have it laying around.
It's a humor book.
And
it's completely tongue-in-cheek.
And you know what?
Fun.
Shut up.
And it could help out when you have people come over your house with kids. If they sit down on the table, maybe their kids won't take their greasy little hands and rub them on your television.
All over everything.
Why don't you just your kids are. Just turn it into a redneck book. Listen to me, truck stop book. This thing.
What?
It's just. Okay, so 1 out of 10.
And people are saying that you're on fire. So
no, I was afraid it would feed back, so I didn't hit the other 8.
All right.
I just think a lot of people have been afraid to talk about this for a long time. And this
boss,
is
take a break.
Bring it to the forefront.
Put it out. We're going to throw you back on the bench. You had 5 great minutes there and scored a lot of points. We're just going to rest you for a minute,
All
okay?
right, I'll take a rest. I'm just.
All right, you're very good, though. All right. Because Anthony is on this topic.
I've been preaching this for quite a while, and yes, it seemed like I was alone. A lot of people are parents, and I understand that, and a lot of people are disgusted with what I say about kids, and I understand that. It is your problem. When you go out to dinner, and you're at a nice restaurant, and there's some kid screaming about their food, and I'm trying to enjoy a night out, why should I have to deal with it? Why shouldn't you get up, leave money for your check, and leave the fucking restaurant?
Go where there's a kids menu.
Right. Go to Chuck E. Cheese.
They're not going to want to eat chicken marsala.
Go to some urine-smelling restaurant with a diaper changing table in the bathroom and have your dinner there for the next 20 fucking years because I didn't decide to have kids. I got to deal with your problem.
If it has koala care, then you can be there.
There you go. There you go. And
can you tell the couch booger story?
Please.
I'm in my house. I don't have kids.
This
I don't
could be in
want
your next
kids.
book, by
no
the way.
kids.
Okay.
I have a couch.
You should take stories and make a book out.
I have a couch, and relatives are over with young children, and a relative and the young child is sitting on the couch, and the kid's digging in his nose, digging in his nose, and then pulls out his finger and puts it in between the cushions of the couch.
That's nice.
And the father says, "What did you just do?" And the kid starts laughing. He goes, "Did you just pick your nose and wipe it on the couch?" And he goes, "Yeah." "All right, well, find it." Now there's a kid searching for a booger. Now the booger's lost. Can't find the booger.
Adorable.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
Adorable.
Yeah, right. So now they leave. They're gone. And I'm staring at this couch going, there's a hidden
booger
in my
there.
You know where the couch is now?
It's
I don't know. I don't know.
Then you dressed up in a Nazi outfit.
I had to buy a new couch to put in the house, which will now never have a child on it
but
because
you bought it.
No, stop it! It's not cute because it's a kid.
It doesn't have any booger germs.
And then I got a 5-foot wide television set. The thing is, it's my pride and joy. High def. The thing is wonderful. You know what that looks like when you turn it on and see little
fingerprints,
little handprints that belong in that corner of the Blair Witch Project ending are there with pizza grease smeared on. Click. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Could you get the Windex?
Yeah. A little Windex, man.
What?
A lot of patience with the
No, because now the whole house had to be Windexed up to 4 feet high on the walls.
You know what? Kids. Say you and your lovely girlfriend.
It's not going to happen. We already know.
Have an abortion? What?
No,
because that would be.
You can still name it.
I swear, right. I swear to God,
you can't keep it a swirl.
If she was late,
was that 5 minutes?
If she was late, she would have an abortion.
Checking.
Oh,
well, I'm late with my period. Let's just get an abortion just in case.
Just in case.
Life,
just in case.
You can't.
Scrape it.
Let's just kill the blood. It's just scrape it.
I'm supposed to get my period at 2 p.m. and it's 3 p.m. Let's go to the clinic, just in case.
Let's go through the drive-through.
In this world, you only got what you leave behind.
What?
And your legacy.
Yeah,
when you
right.
leave your kid, what
you
else
know something?
do you got? You
the
know
internet will have clips of me ad nauseum for years to come. They could download me doing Reagan.
And your sperm
they
was
could download
rarely
the
involved
wonderful.
in that.
Are you saying
a legacy too, along with an armacy?
Rich, you ain't that fucking important that you need another boss.
Okay, are you saying you won't have kids?
And by the way, you have no boys, so the boss name is dead.
All right,
how do you feel about that?
You don't know what's happening in the next month.
Oh, what's happening? Bonnie fucking somebody that's fertile.
She can keep her name. His daughters can keep his name if they want to.
Now you'll never have kids.
No.
It's because you're not getting fucked, or just say you just won't have them.
She said she was married.
I'm just not gonna. That doesn't mean I'm getting
happily
fucked.
married.
But, I mean, I'm not saying. Let's go there now.
Hey, I was married and I got fucked. Every 4 months I write a check.
No, just not gonna have them.
Really? Why? You think you don't want to lose your shape?
Oh my God! No, I have birthing hips. I definitely have the birthing hips. I'll say that.
He cannot get off of it.
Why?
But
you gotta lose it.
No, I'm just choosing not to.
I'll tell you.
I choose not
because you
to.
balloon up. I don't know. It makes no sense. A female's put on this earth to reproduce.
Okay.
To reproduce.
What else well, then you need to start working on your daughters ASAP.
Yeah, I think I
get right in there, Rick.
They'll have kids. I have no problem with them having, as long as they're nice, white, superior kids.
But I'm saying now you can be proud to be involved in that.
What do you mean?
Whereas it's been, late night visits. Now you can just go ahead and date them out in open.
No, you're saying I bang my kids?
I'm saying you fuck your two daughters. That's what I'm saying.
Take that Adrian Frost just smashed you kid fucking asshole. Go ahead, Adrian.
Listen.
Go, girl.
Call the authorities.
I'm telling you, even Donald Trump says it. They look good.
That's true. He does. He did say that last week.
I'm just saying.
And isn't that all they're really good for?
That's the thing. As a female, don't you think
she got you good?
I know she really turned me on that one. Because I mean, those tits, you could breastfeed.
Oh, I'm telling a lot of kids.
Look at this.
When I hold other people's kids, they think it's a buffet.
That's
those
wonderful.
village feeders right
there's
there.
Nothing coming out.
Take one out. There's probably hair in the nipple. Here's what I'm trying to say.
Not anymore.
Yes, there's hair in the nipple.
You know what? She's had no kids. So, okay, she's not Kate Moss sitting over here, but I bet her body's a lot nicer than women that have dropped 5 kids.
She's not Kate Moss.
I bet her body's nicer than women that have dropped 5 kids out of there. Tripping over their own uterus.
It may be a little smoother. That's about.
See, there you go.
I'm not trashing how she looks. I'm
a beautiful woman.
She said, "Yeah, you." Oh, there you go with the self-esteem.
Oh, here we go. I'm big and beautiful. Absolutely.
You're a step away from being a transvestite. I'm just fucking beautiful.
Pick a hole or pick a roll.
Shut up. You're a 2 on Wednesday. Here's what I'm saying.
Jesus, Rick.
Shut up. I'm not trying to trash you. I like you.
I know.
Here's the thing. A woman's job in life is to reproduce. Okay? So if he won't bang you or whatever, when he jerks off on your chest, scrape it off, shove it in, and get a kid.
Because we do a lot of tit fucking. I have to admit to that.
Well, look, they are kind of nice tits.
So thank you.
Who do you bring with you that's completely horrified out there?
That's my publicist.
I just saw her mouth the words, "Oh my God." She just mouthed, "Oh my God."
What publishing company is she?
She's ready to yank you off this show.
Yeah, she's like, it's done.
That fucking lesbian.
I love the girl.
She's gonna kill me.
I agree with her wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
It's Rich Voss that's a vindictive prick.
I know.
And you watch the sales of the book after her appearance. They're going to go through the roof. They will. You watch.
The end justifies the means.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. It's things like that, the restaurants and the movies. The goddamn
movies are bad.
Why do I have to go see a movie like an action movie?
Like Hostel.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie, a horrifying movie, and there's kids sitting in front of you.
Why are you taking kids? Why would you take a kid to that movie?
Hey, man.
And they always
they think
Here's
they can't
the
get a
thing.
sitter.
If you're at the movies and there's a kid in front of you, move. I'm sure there's
no
two
place in the theater.
I'm sure there's 2 other seats on the other side of the theater.
You're sure of that? You're absolutely sure of that.
There is always here's a nightmare in a movie theater. Nightmare number 2 are the kids, because nightmare number 1 is walking in and go, "Yo, I'll take this seat." Right behind you.
Yeah.
Because you know there's just going to be a lot of yapping going on there.
No, but sometimes the brothers are funny. Come on.
Please. Do you go out with
I
a black guy?
I'm petrified.
Do I go out with a black guy?
Are you married to a black guy?
I'm married to a tall Jewish man who is a Sabra who was born in Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, now
but I have had some black folk.
Well, because you fit a black profile.
I know, I do. I've got the. I know.
You know.
I know.
Wow.
You know.
Very open-minded.
You all right, Patrice?
She fits in the black profile. You know how you guys are. You never let hot white chicks.
Fucking idiots with that shit.
What's that?
I'm not going to smash her, but she doesn't fit into the black guy's profile.
Why? Because she can write and read?
Why?
Here's the thing.
Oh, my God.
So I wrote this book.
Rich, you are the worst, man. And when I walk into a movie theater and I hear this, I hear from like a few rows back, I go, okay, my whole experience is ruined.
You can get your money back.
Well,
I've turned in.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I absolutely have. Sure.
Because she's a Jew.
Sure. I'm not a Jew. My husband's a Jew.
Well,
he's a Jew.
He made you get the money back.
With a tattoo, by the way.
Oh.
He tattooed himself.
Oh,
He's got the Star of David tattooed on him. That's how confused Rich Voss is.
That's your next book. People with tattoos or something.
No, Jews with tattoos.
That would be like that'd be a hot.
But you were
Jews with tattoos.
Listen.
He was loyal and betrayed the religion.
Hold on, we're
going to
get
at the same time.
This is one of those crazy shows. We're going to get back to you, I promise. We got Lisa Loeb on the line who wants to say hi real fast.
Lisa Loeb.
#1 single.
Lisa, you watch the show?
Sure. Well, I do Best Week Ever on VH1, so there's a lot of stuff that I take a look at.
Right. Mm-hmm. Lisa Loeb.
That was one of them.
Hi, welcome
Lisa.
to the Opie and Anthony program.
How are y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Very high-spirited show today.
We love her show.
You like the show?
Bonnie and I watch her show all the time. We love her show. When she went out with this guy and he goes, "Don't slide across the seat of my car" or something. Sit in.
That guy was an asshole.
Yeah,
I watch the show every week too.
It's a great show.
She showed her hiney, which was just gorgeous.
This is Rich Voss, Last Comic Standing.
Wow.
It's a great show.
You really like the show?
I'm telling you,
I hate the show.
Why? I don't care. I like it.
No.
I really don't like this show.
I do. And
what's the problem?
Well, explain the show, Rich, to everybody.
She goes on different dates. She's trying to find the right relationship. One, she's attractive, all right, and she's Jewish, which is great, okay? This is Rich Voss from Last Comic Standing. And She goes on different dates, but most of the guys are just idiots. She went on one date. The guy was nice, but he was too young for her, right? And it also has her friends on, that one girl that was in the movie with De Niro. What's that girl's name?
Boy, you are really selling this show there, Rich.
What's that?
Ileana Douglas.
Yeah, it's a good show. I
One
watched
guy
reality.
sang her song.
What is it about?
Did you see that when
It's
he sang
about-
her song at
yeah.
karaoke?
Lisa Loeb moves to New York to find a man and to get another hit single as well, right, Lisa?
Well, a hit single, that'd be easier than getting a man. No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
No, both of them are long processes. You know, it's.
And her mom wants her to get married because she's getting
wants
up there.
She's my mom.
Getting up
and
there?
because she's a nice Jewish mom.
Well, just Lisa Loeb.
37.
Just
You're 37?
life.
Maybe
She's
38
good looking.
now.
She went to the rabbi's house for dinner.
Yes, I did go to Rabbi's house for dinner.
It's kind of like Sex in the City.
It is only.
But the
with
reality,
real people. Yeah.
it's the real version of Sex in the City.
Are you having sex with these guys and reporting back?
Oh my God, there's all kinds of crazy sex, and there's just it's a docu-pic. No, I'm not having it.
No, you're not.
No,
you're going
I'm-
out on like nice dates and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm
kinda
going out on dates and
feeling
then,
them out.
Well, she went on a date with this really, really ridiculously rich guy that had a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, he had a crazy car. A friend of mine wanted to set me up with him, and actually, it was you might know Jay from Queer Eye. He's the one who's in charge
Rodriguez.
Patrice knows him.
Yeah.
You know Jay? He's one who's more in charge of like what to do when you're out on a date. Culture is what it is, I think.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, Jay hooked me up with that guy.
But you're getting dating advice from a gay guy? That's a little weird.
No, the gay dudes are always giving chicks advice on dating because they can kind of spot what the good guy is supposed to be because they're kind of after the same thing.
Well, on this date, too, if you didn't see this, she was having dessert.
Right.
She was having dessert, and she said to tell the guy to tell her to stop at some point. But if you didn't see her say that, and the guy, when she's having dessert, goes, stop, no eating. So if you didn't see the part before, you're going, this guy's a real ass.
Exactly.
You know, you should see the girl in the studio. Someone should have told her to stop about a year ago. But here's what I'm saying.
Rich.
No,
But that's why I'm involved in this. Like one of the
He's
parts.
just a one-trick pony with that joke, aren't you?
I love Lisa Loeb.
All right, will you shut up and let her talk?
No, I was just going to say that that's one of the reasons that I was able to do this show because I'm sort of. I mean, I watch reality shows. I think they're really funny and entertaining, but I also know that they change a lot of things when you see the show, and people are put in positions
Yeah.
and say stuff that they would never say, and you know, make them look like idiots. But I just wanted to make sure it looked like what was actually happening. I mean, I also wanted to make sure they weren't shooting my life 24 hours a day. I would never agree to that.
No. Where
That's crazy. But,
embarrassing things like going to the bathroom and stuff.
well, unless there's an issue you might need to know about, that would be okay.
You know, when you watch the show, it looks like you're trying way too hard to get a man.
Why?
Why should you have to try so hard?
Because I'm going on dates. I'm walking out of my house.
But like you're just looking at it way too seriously, and you're too.
I'm 38 next to this weekend.
Well, you come across like you're a bit on the desperate side, and you're a good looking woman. But it's like, oh my God, I need to find a man. I need to find a man, and
that's the producer's angle, man.
And if you're going, I think if you're going about it like that, you're never going to find the right person.
Okay, I have a question for you, really quick, and then we can move on. But are you single?
No.
You're not single.
Well, I'm dating someone.
You're
and
dating
I'm very, very happy.
Did you go on a lot of different dates before you found this person?
Yeah, like anyone else.
And did you come across a lot of women who said on the first date, look, I want to have kids and I want to get married?
No.
Eek.
No? Did you get that?
No.
Okay, because I've heard a lot of women who go on dates. I've heard it from guys.
High
and
school
they say,
girls are not, thinking that way.
And they say that stuff, and to me that sounds desperate. When they get right in there and start getting sort of obnoxious and not even just have a couple conversations.
Is that what they're doing? Like trying to spell out a relationship right away? And
So compared to that kind of situation, I'm just doing this in the way that I know that my smart friends do it. You try to meet people, you go on dates,
you
talk to people, you try to be discerning. If you realize, you know what, they're not so easy to talk to, maybe I shouldn't go on some more dates with them.
But, but it looks like you want to get married like tomorrow.
Yeah, she's looking to.
Well, I do. I want to have kids tomorrow, but I also don't want to get married just to have kids with somebody that I don't even like.
She's looking for love.
It's the lottery.
And it's also a TV show. It's edited. You don't see like all the time that passes in between
Yeah.
all the things that you see. So it's all, put together in one thing that's chock full of dates and situations.
And then you go out and you're like too perfect.
Oh,
you got to get a little
terrible.
You got to get a little messy, just a little bit. I'm not talking about a skank look. I'm rough. Mess up your hair slightly, or.
I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas.
But you walk out with the latest fashions, and you're just perfect.
Those
your
are my
makeup's
clothes.
perfect and everything.
Yeah.
I shop at the Gap, but I love you. That's very nice.
It looks like you wouldn't just hang out in like a bar and just throw back shots.
Well, I probably
get
wouldn't
loose.
do that anyway.
Who's her husband?
But-
What's her husband? What you looking for? What's the main thing you can deal with and the main thing you can't live without?
You're looking for a Jewish guy, right?
That's not the main thing I'm looking for.
No, what is the main thing you're looking for, and what's the main thing that's a no-no?
The main thing I'm looking for is somebody who's kind and loving. Actually, it's hard to say one thing, because I want somebody who's kind and loving, who's ready to get into a serious relationship, who's single. They should be single. That'd be a good thing.
You haven't met him yet?
I've met a lot of those people, but then there also has to be some kind of chemistry.
Right.
You know.
Well, there's no single guys out there, right, Lisa?
Where'd you hear that?
Here he goes. He's an expert, by the way. Patrice O'Neill is an expert. He's got his own radio show on relationships.
I'm just saying, Lisa, there are no single guys. When you meet them, there's about 10 other women. So you just have to have enough patience to weed them out. You have to be competitive with those other 9 that are hanging around.
Game. It's just, you meet people. It's like when you're a kid and you're picking your teams and you say, I like that person, you put them on your team.
Oh, it's really
and then you see if it works out.
Well, yeah. All right, 37.
I'll tell you
Good
what.
luck to you.
Well, I know. It's like, why look at it in such a negative way?
Well, because that's the truth way.
My sister Debbie and I talk about it all the time. They say, there's no single men left, blah, 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 blah.
There aren't.
If I was single.
Well, then who are like the 20 people who have been emailing me and calling me?
The ones that want to sleep with you, Lisa, because I'm looking at you and I'll email you too and lie. Because you're hot.
And then I will read you and say, no, but maybe that's really nice. You'd like to sleep with me. And then maybe we talk. Maybe I'd want to sleep with you, and we'd be set. And we actually end up liking talking to each other.
Yeah, see? There you go. You never know.
You never know.
Ante up first. That's what it is. You
ante up.
You got to ante up.
I got to bring up an episode that just really pissed me off, Lisa.
Please do.
All right, so you're dating all these guys in New York, right? And there's a new thing in the dating scene where you do like chores together. What is it called? Or
yeah, that was funny. Errand date.
Errand date.
Yeah, so instead of doing the regular date, maybe dinner and a movie, whatever, this new thing is happening where if you're dating, you do chores together, basically. Like, hey, I need containers and you need containers.
Yeah, you do.
So they went. So she went. She went on a date to the Container Store, right, Lisa?
The Container Store.
And this is where I'm like, holy crap! You pissed me off so bad.
Why?
So it's the end of the quote errand date, the chore date at the Container Store.
Yeah.
And she buys containers that were how much?
$200.
It was close to $300.
$300. Guess who paid for her containers?
No
they
way.
Were on a date.
No way. The guy?
Yes, because they were on a date.
And why do you
Guy's
think
supposed
he
to
did
pay.
that? Why do you think he did that, Lisa? Because he was a lovely guy?
He had stocking containers.
No, because he wanted to pay for me. He was mad at the last date I paid for him, and he thought that was really...
Yeah, but paying for a date, like dinner or something, is one thing. Paying for a shopping spree...
Why didn't you go to the shoe store?
And do you know what happened on the next show?
You gave the money... Huh?
Do you know what happened on the next date where I saw him?
What?
I told him that I thought he was a little young, even though I really liked him, and I gave him $300 in cash and said that was ridiculous that he had paid for my stuff.
But I think someone got to her and said,
ridiculous.
look...
I was talking to my friends because that's the thing.
I don't know. I think someone got to you and said, you're looking really bad, man. You better give this money back.
She had to get her money back because she bought her way out of possibly this guy going, hey, look, that's what women do. You buy him a drink, and if they think that, she has to give him his money or buy him a drink, too, because that's like a ownership kind of thing. So he probably thought $300. That was about how much 37-year-old coochie's worth. Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, that's
an interesting concept. But what my deal was that I'm an independent person. I make a living, and I'm used to paying for whatever needs to be paid for.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. And I was doing a lot of things on dates. As a person and a lot of women will relate to this, people who have jobs, careers. It's not like I'm looking for some guy. I mean, it would be nice to have some guy who could help contribute and be a partner, but I'm not looking for some guy who's going to be my sugar daddy, and that's that.
It was just weird that you allowed him to.
I was trying to let him do his thing. He was the one who wanted to go on the errand, and I thought, all right.
When he was pulling out the credit card on the show, he was like, "I can't. She's actually going to let me pay."
I know he was doing it real slow.
Real slow. Like, I don't have this kind of money.
I'm not going with this bitch on a date to the car lot.
And then he asked me out again, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. This guy, he can't afford this. This is crazy. He's a sweet guy. He's got a business that he started. He's in a regular job, but he also has another business he's starting. And I don't feel good about this. In other dates, I would be paying half. If it was something really over the top, if it's buying junk for my house, unless he has like some specific gift he was giving me, which would have been really nice and totally unexpected, he shouldn't be buying that stuff. I totally agree with you. Are you kidding me?
It just looked so bad on TV.
Would you go on a date with me? I'm married, but just to see if we would have hit it off. I would do that because I think.
By the way, the phones. Everybody wants to go out.
No, but I look at her because I'm a Jew, but I'm not your typical Jew. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not, like real yentiv, and I'm not cheap, and I'm not like I'm kind of like a tougher type guy. But I think we would get along.
Are you kidding?
And I think. Right? But I'm married, and I don't think
you're married is like one of the number one things that is a no.
Yeah, that's probably a biggie right about now, huh?
And your slobber is a close second, motherfucker.
Surprise! I don't want to date someone
I don't
who's
think
married.
Lisa Loeb is in the situation now where she can sit back and wait for the guy to leave his wife.
Well, no, I just have lunch and see if we would have hit it off.
And Lisa, you live in just a different world as far as New York goes, because the other show was where you went to, I guess it was a club, and it was a dog date.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
What the hell is going on with dates, with these thematic dates? Can't people just go out?
And I got to admit,
they can, but, we're making a TV show. And so,
I hear
No,
you.
but this is, she's making a TV show. I understand.
We take things one step further. Like, I went with Ileana to the dog run. She wanted me to go to the dog run because she said, you meet people at the dog run, which you do. Immediately some guy got my number.
I'll help you out here, Lisa.
And so I was like, okay, I'll go to the dog thing. Plus, a friend of ours, Yana, makes these hilarious clothes for dogs that match people clothes, and I'm into that kind of weird thematic clothing every once in a while when I'm not wearing all black. So we went to the dog party, and there were some interesting people there, for sure.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make, because obviously you're making good TV, I could tell you were like, what is this about? So you went along with it for the show. But what amazes me is that people are actually doing this, trying to find somebody to love.
You have to make an effort.
Through their dogs and their pets.
Okay, here's the thing, though. Like, I truly believe this, and I hope I'm not offending anybody who I'm about to go on a date with later this week. But it's important to get to the date early. You got to get out. A lot of people have stopped trying, and they don't even leave their house or their apartment, and they think they're in. Maybe they'll meet, like, the pizza delivery guy. I don't know. We all love pizza. But another good way to meet people is the first step is to leave the house. So even if that means leaving to do something that's not 100% what you think is a cool thing to do, you might meet somebody. Like I went to a J-Date party once, and the bartender was really nice.
What's that?
I didn't go to the J-Date party to meet the bartender.
But what's the worst when you're on a date, like at a nice romantic dinner?
What if the bartender was a nice fucking guy?
Well, no,
exactly. Then all of a sudden I've met somebody that I didn't plan on meeting. I planned on meeting somebody who attended the party.
Well,
I used to be a DJ and in bands when I was in high school, and I wasn't at the party because I was the DJ in the.
Would you allow yourself to fall in love with a guy that has a basic career and no money?
If he is really hardworking and excited about what he does, and has things that he wants to do, and
if he can possibly make it bigger than that bum is now, she'll do it.
There's some potential to an upside.
Better, yeah.
If that's truly the first part of their life, and they're going to continue to grow and to be great at what they're doing, then yeah.
Lives in mom's basement, out of the question.
Well, the worst is when you're on a date and you're having a nice dinner and there's like a little kid crying behind you. It's just the worst. That would ruin the show.
That's when you bring your shotgun.
Yeah, I hate when kids are out. They shouldn't be out. I'm going to come out with a book about hating other people's kids.
Final observation about
you have kids?
I have two daughters.
2 daughters, believe it or not.
So you're trying to get away from it.
No, I love my kids, 15 and 13.
Hey, a final observation. You got that older friend in the show? That's like Samantha from Sex and the City?
Ileana?
No.
My friend Stephanie?
Is she a cougar?
Tell her to calm down with the crazy fashions.
She's just got her thing.
All of a sudden she has a sundress on with a bow that's like 4 feet long.
Yeah.
What happened, Rich?
I don't know.
The wire touched my leg and I thought it was like a rat or something.
A
rookie.
Single?
Huh?
Or gals? Or is anybody there single?
Like dating single?
Jim Norton should be perfect.
Like saying
Jim Norton, but
there's
he's
not
not
a
here.
woman in your life, like not claiming a woman, no. But every guy there's no single guy. Because every day a guy is trying to get a girl.
They're always looking. They're always looking.
Not me.
You should be on the show. Because we could talk about getting girls and girls getting guys.
You don't get
guys. And then at what point do you decide, okay, you know what?
What are you doing to get guys, Lisa, besides just existing? What are you doing to get a man?
She's going on dates. She's finding alternative methods in which to meet guys.
She's not doing shit but breathing.
She's doing more than breathing. She's doing more than breathing.
She's making a decision on who gets to be with her.
She's doing what she can to find love, Patrice.
To get a man. How do you get a man?
How? She stays in shape. She's
let
pretty.
Lisa talk.
No, people are coming to me, and at the same time, I'm just getting to develop my life. I'm working on things in my career still. I'm working on a new album in the studio. I go to the gym. I'm maintaining mentally, spiritually.
I'm maintaining until I find the guy who's worthy of me saying, okay, mister, you have no... All right, forget it.
This is what you'll hear Saturday on Patrice's Love Advice Show.
Yeah, he's got a twisted way of looking at relationships. It's just nothing. I'm looking at her. She's 37, right? But this picture's so sexy. But this is a picture that should be of a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old. Like, hey, watch out! I'm pulling the little titties are popping out. I still got it, y'all. But you're 37. You got some skills to get. And no offense, I haven't been trashing you.
Wait, I have some skills to what?
But what's she supposed to bring to the
that
table?
Word. What are you talking about?
I'm saying to you, Lisa, you are getting of an age where you have to learn. You're sounding like a 20-year-old going on dates. You're almost finished. I'm saying you are acting like you are the prize you were back in the day when you wore poodle skirts. Now you're 3 years away from the big retirement age for women, which is 40, and you're walking around like you're making decisions. Whatever. No. Enjoy.
I don't agree with you.
All right, let Lisa talk here.
I'm not.
All right, hold on. Let her talk.
I'm listening to. This is annoying.
Hilarious. No. Wait. This is actually hilarious. I want to know what you're talking about. You're making comments, but I want to know how that can actually apply to me and how can it help me.
It can't apply to you unless you want it to apply. Meaning the fact.
You have to give me some content and information in order for it to apply.
I'm going to give you the context. The context is stop going on these dates.
No, not context. Content with an N.
The content of it. The content of it is stop going on these dates with the idea that it's about you. You're at an age now, it's about a guy.
Right, so what does that mean exactly? Because that doesn't make any sense.
It makes a perfect sense. And the fact that you're just denouncing it, saying it doesn't make sense, doesn't mean it doesn't make sense, Lisa.
So explain to me, give me a scenario and say, this is how that date could have been more about the guy.
Maybe make that decision that instead of, like we was talking about if a guy lived in a basement, okay? And how, instead of, this is what I'm saying, the difference between a man and a woman in this. When a man meets a woman who's a loser, men build that loser up until that girl is his woman. Now, if you go out and you meet a loser, see, you're trying to hit the lottery. You're trying to meet a winner and go, boing, I won.
Right.
But you're not trying to do anything to kind of create something for yourself.
So you want me to change a man? Basically, most men say that is absolutely the wrong idea because men hate to be changed. You don't want to meet somebody and change them. That is the worst situation. Think about it. Men bitch and moan more about anything than women who try to come in and change them.
No,
the ultimate relationship.
I agree with her, actually. Yeah.
You notice people's flaws and you notice people's upsides and what's great and what's strange, and you accept them.
Well, here's
and you appreciate them. And maybe there's a couple things here and there that you have suggestions for each other. But you want somebody who you can love as they are. A guy does not want you to come and
But you just said you didn't love a guy as they is. If a guy comes in and he's a hard-working plumber, you go, I love this hard-working plumber as long as this motherfucker don't stay one.
See, no, see how terrible that is? You want me to go in there and say, find a guy and make him the right guy.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Why would I want to do that?
But you're searching for the right guy. That's what my point is. My point is, men, we get Opie's
don't want to be changed. Come on.
I didn't say change a man. I'm saying that men, when we go get a girl, we don't just say, okay. Like, when you don't like us, like, when women go, do you have kids? And you go, yes. And they go, up, check mark, cross mark, you have kids, it's not for me. But when a woman comes in with children, a guy's like, you have kids? And she's like, yes, I have 2 beautiful kids. And you're like, all right, we'll figure out how to work this shit out. You know, I usually don't want
I've done that too.
Excuse me?
People say, I went on a date with a guy, the Container Store guy, for example, and immediately I knew this guy's too young for me. But I said, you know what? He's a sweet guy. He seems nice. I like his style. His haircut to me is cute. He has a little business that he's starting with making these really cool T-shirts, and he has a whole other business. I know him through a couple of different friends. I'll go on some more dates with him. Maybe he's okay. He's not the exact guy I had in my mind, but I'll try it out. And I give it a chance. But then at a certain point, I realized it's not fair to me to keep dating this guy when it doesn't feel right.
But that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, you got to be open-minded. You can't just shut your brain down. I didn't want to date any musicians, and I just ended up kissing a musician and actor. And
this is what I'm saying, Lisa, to you, is that the frustration I don't know if it is frustration because you're very career-oriented, but the frustration that women have is that you go out and you meet men, and then you go, I wasn't going to date a musician, but maybe I'll date one now. See, men don't have that option in their life where they go, I wasn't going to date a girl who worked at McDonald's, but now we have to treat the girl at McDonald's the same way we have to treat the girls that have the books and the girls that have, we have to approach them with this idea that we have to create happiness for ourselves. Happiness has to be thrust upon you as a woman. You're waiting for Prince Charming.
Happiness, you have to be happy before you can get into a relationship.
But you're not doing anything to create a date for yourself or more for yourself. It's basically this guy has to come in and be this way.
Right out of the showroom.
Out of the showroom.
We're willing to put some options in the vehicle after we buy.
Well, that's fine. That's great. And I assume that.
No, but
that's what people do for each other when they love each other. You know?
No, it's
they want to impress each other.
But you're
what changes are you willing to make?
I'm willing to... on the religious side, actually, I've developed a lot, and I'm willing to try to celebrate other person's holidays.
Denounce Judaism?
No, I'm still Jewish. I like to raise my kids Jewish, but I was more strict about it before.
If a guy said, okay, this weekend I want you to go to the Stress Factory to see Rich Voss, would you go to a concert?
Oh, what a cheap plug. You are the cheesiest son of a bitch.
But I would think about that.
See, here's what Patrice... Patrice, what you're saying is you want to get a girl... So you're saying, I'll get a girl that's completely has no self-esteem and build her up.
Did I say that?
Yeah, well, you're saying...
You're
saying, what are you saying?
You know, Voss, you try to make profound statements in your own fucking mind that has nothing to do with what's just said.
You got a good point there.
You're a fucking idiot.
You got a good point.
You just make up what you want to say because you have it in your fucking mind.
All right, so.
Shut up.
All right, well, let's let Lisa Loeb go before she hates us.
Lisa,
well, good luck.
Thank you.
Seriously, I'm always interested to hear somebody else's opinion on how they see it.
I'll fix you up. Just call me up or MySpace me. I'll fix you up, Lisa. I'll fix this right up.
Patrice O'Neill from WebJunk20, matter of fact. There,
I do agree. I think it's so important that you have to be an individual and you have to have things that you're excited about in your life and you're always trying to be a better person and learn how to enjoy your life. That makes you a better partner for another person later.
You just got to stay in the game until love hits you between the eyes.
There you go.
That's what happens. You can't put a label on it.
God.
Gotta hit you there.
Till love hits you between the eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's good.
But everyone goes out there with
between the eyes is a kill shot.
But everyone goes out there and says, well, you know, she has to be this, and this, and then one day you're just walking on the street or something, and bam, it hits you. And you didn't even know where it came from.
Yeah, out the window.
No guy does that. No guy goes out there like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys go out. Here's a date.
You're saying she's going out there like that.
No, I'm not saying she's going out there. Guys go out and go, all right, I hope I'm going to get some pussy tonight, right?
Right.
Girls go out and go, all right, I hope I meet somebody I want to give some pussy to tonight.
It's a perfect world.
She's always, a woman is always not, they're never hunting, so they're just hoping. Never.
I hunted in my day.
Oh, well, please.
And then I ate my kill.
You ate your kill.
With chocolate sauce.
I like Lisa though. Lisa's smart, man. She got some shit with her, and she double talks too. And this is not offensive, Lisa. She's like a guy because she double talks very well, where it sounds like, and you go, wait a minute, she didn't say shit.
She did very well against you, Patrice.
That's what I'm saying.
Did very well.
She's very good, but she's like a dude, and that's who she's gonna have to meet. She can't meet this dating guy. She has to meet a complete dick for her that she's enamored with.
Somebody who can deal with that.
Yeah, deal with her. Control. She's a controlling girl. Yeah. You can hear it. She runs shit. She's pretty. So to a 45-year-old guy, she's like she's the shit. And she can control that. Make him buy, the whole canister thing.
Buy stuff is totally bizarre to me. Because I buy all my own stuff.
Yeah. But it was control.
But you need a guy. You need a guy that's gonna be like. You need a guy that's gonna be like, I might call you.
Yeah, beat it, Lisa.
Yeah.
No, I will not do that.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
If you don't find, you're not going to find happiness until you do it.
I recently took someone out of my cell phone because I didn't want that anymore.
Yeah, because you were scared because he did it for you, and you had a little twinge down between the thighs because you met a guy that had you actually thinking of him. Actually, and you erased his number.
Actually,
you don't call.
There was an episode where the guy was on a cell phone the whole time. You liked him more because I think he wasn't giving you as much attention.
He didn't give a shit about you.
And then when I stopped and thought about it for a second, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to deal with this.
But that was why at first you were more interested in him.
That's your fear of being the woman. That's your fear of nature because that's your nature is to be like, look at your man with that big blinky eyes. I love you. I love you, booby. And that's how you really want to be. You can't be Miss Tough #1 single and at the same time love a guy. It ain't going to happen. Really? Why is it going on now, Lisa?
Because I'm still looking.
Yeah, there's a second season that has to be filmed. I was just going to say. I know how this TV works.
And no offense either, Lisa. I love you.
And #1 OBGYN.
Oh, we're almost done.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I said
I'm sorry.
OBGYN.
And no offense, Lisa. That was exciting, baby.
Listen,
you are exciting.
This girl's good looking. She's intelligent. She's going to be the right person. I'm telling you, I watch the show and I go, if I was single, I guarantee I would try to go out with her.
But that's no fucking big deal for you to say that.
Let's let Lisa go because we want her to call back someday.
Why?
Lisa,
I give you a lot of credit, man. We beat you up and you hung right in there.
She's a trooper.
You did all right.
I love her. You like black men, Lisa?
Huh?
Are you racist?
It's so early. I just woke up.
No, you did great.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa.
So
we'll talk to y'all soon.
This picture's delicious.
It's on the E! channel. It's #1 single with Lisa Loeb.
Right. Oh, and I have a new album out. The very best of Lisa Loeb. You gotta say that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, the very best of Lisa Loeb.
What, does the song stay on there 18 times?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Opie.
It's a bunch of remixes.
What happened is every date on the show reinterpreted the song, and
there you go.
No, it's not. It's a bunch of other songs. Some you heard on the radio, some you have not heard on the radio.
All right, Lisa. Thanks for being a good sport today.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, it's Lisa Loeb, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
She's fucking cool.
Hey, Lisa was pretty cool.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She took your shit, Patrice.
She's a good girl.
Dishing that misogynistic ass out of your mouth.
And you know what? And it always, you can't beat nature. You can't beat it. I'm not trying to say, hey, this is my fit. You cannot beat nature.
That's why people are going to listen to your show. You whittle things down to a primal level that is so primitive and just, here's men, here's women, and if you don't agree with me, go fuck yourself. There's no nuance. There's no exceptions to rules. You have relationships figured out like a mathematical problem that is exact. It is done. There's no art to it. There's no form. It's blah, 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 blah.
It's math.
That's what I love about you.
It's what sharks do They swim, and if there's a baby floating, it eats it.
Yeah.
You can't go, oh, that shark, he should be taken for psychological evaluation. He is what he is.
Maybe the shark's looking for something else in the food. No, he's looking to eat.
Is looking to eat.
Right.
This girl is like as sexy as she, as smart and as quick as she is. She does not want a guy that fucking, you know.
You can't love until you love yourself.
She doesn't need a guy who'll buy her bowls. She needs a guy to go, $300 bowls, bitch. I'm going to put this on your head.
Where's the Lisa Loeb greatest hits, by the way? I've been in radio for 20-some-odd years, man. I can't find a second.
I think Lisa Loeb has more songs.
Maybe
there's 18 tracks on this. I see
she's
Stay.
A funny girl. Maybe that was a joke.
And she burns Stay in the middle of the greatest hits.
Is that the greatest hits right there?
It's the 10th track is Stay.
Opie, maybe it was a joke, because she's a funny chick, so maybe that was a joke that she put greatest hits.
The very best of Lisa Loeb.
Why don't you try to fix her up with Norton? That would be a great date.
Yeah, that'd be great. A little bukkake on those glasses. Wonderful.
The Lilith Fair.
Ain't gonna happen.
She was huge on the Lilith Fair.
Remember the Lilith Fair?
All right, why don't we take a break and end with Adrian Frost and I Hate Other People's Kids. We'll get back into that in a few minutes. We got about 15 minutes left in the show, and then we'll pack it up. And then the Opie and Anthony lifestyle thing will continue on Pal Talk.
Whatever everybody does afterwards.
There you go. That was fun with Lisa Loeb.
You know, a lot of that stuff is also produced, obviously. It's a reality show.
She admitted that. She's trying to make TV as well.
You know.
It's one of those shows that just annoys me. I can't believe you actually like the show. I don't watch it because I like it.
Opie watches shows that he hates.
I watch shows to be annoyed.
There's
a new one.
Annoyed.
I don't know if I'm annoyed by it, but I can't stop watching. It's called Date My Mom on MTV. We got to get audio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You do Best Week Ever, so you have to watch all this stuff.
I'm pretty much forced to TiVo and watch all of it.
I was trying to explain Date My Mom to Anthony. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the writing. They're writing all the lines for the moms, the potential girlfriends. And
are the moms hot?
And the guys... some are, but that's what's tricky. If you're going for the hot mom thinking she's got the hot daughter, you're screwed.
Oh, sometimes you get a lemon.
Oh, yeah,
in there.
big time.
Well, did you see on Flavor of Love, did you see the episode where he met their Hoops' mom?
Yeah.
And he was all up on...
Yeah, she's a white version of Hoops. And she wanted some of that
he was all,
Flavor Flav cock.
And Hoops said, she was like, yeah, you know, this may happen again.
Yeah.
You do Best Week Ever?
I do Best Week Ever.
What's that? Free food at the market?
It's a show on VH1, which is a panelist show.
I've seen it. It's horrible. I did one of those. They used one word. I did one,
and that's
for me.
their fault.
Sometimes.
What?
And
no,
that's their fault.
because they're scared to use anything you
Actually,
say.
it's too funny, Rich. You're too funny, so we're editing your lines.
Anthony and I were on that show as well.
Yeah.
Were you?
They used one line.
We were
One
talking
line.
about Bill O'Reilly.
Again, same
we
thing.
made about 1 or 2 lines. That was it.
Yeah,
But
that happens sometimes.
We'll talk about Date My Mom maybe tomorrow. We got to get some audio of it. But it's Adrian Frost. I Hate Other People's Kids. We talked about the restaurants.
Yeah, I just want to get through a couple of things. Is there anything in the book, suggestions that you can do to protect yourself against this? 'Cause I find myself wanting to kill children.
You know, there are combatants against kids and parents. One thing I suggest is to stare at the kids, you know, when they're acting up. Like,
I do that.
Like at a store, just stare at them.
I do that. I scare them.
Perfect the kind of scare, the stare that makes them think maybe you have a van. You know, and maybe in that van is a bag.
Free candy.
But just stare.
I give the evil stare,
I
love
scaring kids.
And then you get the puzzlement of the parents going, wow,
what happened? Why is the kid crying?
Exactly.
I'll make him cry. I'll look at a kid like if a kid's in a shopping cart and you're in the supermarket and the kid's like doing some annoying kid thing, grabbing its shit or picking its nose or drooling or something. Mom, won't shut up. I'll look and make a face like stupid little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like look at him all evil and they'll just go like,
You can
and
also
then,
pull them
what's
aside.
the matter, sweetie? And then I'll just look at like the corn on the wall.
You can
like
the
I'm
corn
shopping.
on the wall.
There's
You
a
can
big
also
wall
pull
of
them
corn.
aside and let them know that if they don't stop what they're doing, that somebody like Santa Claus or Easter Bunny is going to die.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
always a good one.
I don't want to interact
I
with
wouldn't
them,
go so
though.
much for
No.
grandma and grandpa because that could be really scarring. But
Yeah, that won't get you locked up. Pulling
No
somebody's kids to
interaction.
the side.
That's my rule. No interaction with
are you
children.
kidding me? You're telling me you can't pull somebody's kids to the side? They run with abandon.
Wait,
in
you
public.
can't. You think you
Do
could
you
go
know how
up to a
easy it would be
stranger's
to kidnap
kids?
a child? It's harder to kidnap someone's dog than it is to kidnap a child.
Yeah,
the
pretty
way
easy.
that they're just let.
You know what I did in a restaurant
Seriously.
once? Kid was running around like crazy and running. He made a little course around the table and around my table, back to his table like a figure eight thing, and just dun, 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 running. And the mother was there with one of her friends for the afternoon, not doing shit about it. So I had my water glass on the edge of the table. And as the kid came around, I hit it and knocked it on the table and went, Jesus Christ! Like that. Like the kid
blame
knocked
him.
it. And the kid goes, I didn't do it. I
Who
didn't
are they
do
going to
it."
believe?
Yeah. And I'm like I'm going to knock my own water on the off the thing. Yeah, maybe if he isn't running around, this wouldn't happen. And the kid got the swat on the ass. And I just looked at the kid and laughed. And the kid kept looking over at me, and I was just smiling and like laughing at him.
That's what happens.
It made me feel so good.
It's
I
a
was
lesson
hoping.
learned. Hopefully
Yeah.
he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So now that you've been on the show an hour, why don't you tell us what the book's about?
I mean, you say sitting on a plane next to a kid is aggravating, but
Yes.
okay, but wait a
when
second.
they're kicking,
Is
when
it
they're
also?
kicking, when they're moving the trays up
Yep.
and down, and they're kicking, and you know when
Ryan
babies
for
scream.
Tell the
by
first
way-
class story. Tell the first class
No,
story.
I have. It's not aggravating.
Dude,
have you ever had a seat on a plane and you're sitting there and you're all comfortable, and then a big person sits down and their body just overlaps?
Yeah, that's
on you?
just as bad.
That's just as bad.
And, usually, and a lot of times
Okay.
they have to pay for 2 seats, but that's not
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
It's just aggravating. Anything can
Tell
be
the first
aggravating.
class story, Anthony, with the candy.
Yeah, in first class. First of all, I don't think children should be allowed in first class. There should be a rule: no children allowed in first class. It's first class. It's not class. We go in there, we're sitting, and this woman comes in with a kid, and the kid is screaming for candy. I want candy, 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 I want candy. You know what you do at that point if you're a mother?
Give
Shove
them
so
the
much
fucking
candy in the fucking
candy.
kid's mouth. The whole flight. There's a Hershey. Just keep shoving it in.
Did you threaten him with water?
You don't try. Yeah, I'll spill it on you.
He
You
knocked
don't
his water
try.
over.
You don't try
But she
to teach
obviously-
a child a lesson at that point by going, no, it isn't candy time. No, it's not the time for it. No, you've been bad, so you don't.
This
no,
is what we watched
You
for like a-
appease your little fucking organism for the safety and sanctity of the rest of the aircraft. Or there should be an airlock chute where any passenger has the right to drop your child from 35,000 feet.
They should just
I
have
would
their
love
own
that.
area. Like you have to put your
Yeah.
animals
Hey,
in
there
a
you go.
container, and things only shift slightly during takeoff. They tell you that when they're doing the instructions.
Back of the plane.
Just put them in
Wait.
a carrier right above. It'll be padded. It'll be air conditioned.
Okay.
They can have a water bottle like a hamster.
You have a
they-
cat, right? You have a
Very
cat.
good cats.
You have 2 cats, and isn't it aggravating when cats come and they rub up on you?
My cats don't do that.
Do cats do it? Do a lot of cats do it?
No, some cats do, sure.
So should I every time a cat rubs, pick them up and heave them against the wall? Would that get you upset about if someone did that to your
Cats
cat?
don't know better, and that's their instinct.
Cats
A
don't know
take our
five-year-old
cats to
knows
the
better.
movies.
We're not talking about
5-year-old
5-year-olds.
knows better.
Shut up. We're not talking about 5. You're talking about 2-year-olds on a plane that are crying.
She doesn't take
Or
her cats on the plane
5 years
or to the
old.
movies or
Yes,
to the
no.
restaurant.
No, I don't.
Okay, at someone's house, if a cat rubs up on you, it gets his hair on you, and you're allergic to
Not
it.
my cats.
Yes, not your, because your cats are perfect.
No, because
but
I put
everybody
them in the
else's
other
kids.
room. Because
no,
I put
no.
them in the other
Listen,
room, and I decant the house.
No, please. If there's
So people don't get
But I
it.
gotta-
Listen, if
but-
the
but
shoe
I gotta
fits,
go-
eat it.
How
Let
do
me
I-
tell you something.
I got to go with Rich on this one, though,
What?
against you for a second. You're talking like
Yeah.
a parent with their kids.
Yeah.
Not my cat.
Yeah, not
Because
my
people
cat.
say,
Because we
not
put
my
them in the
kids.
other room. That's why
Listen,
I'm saying
no.
that.
You know
You
what?
put them
though?
in the other room.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
the
There
cat
is
hairs
there
are
is
still
cat
there.
hair. When I
All
leave
right.
anyone's
Kill your
house with a
cat.
cat,
Then we
there
decat
are-
the house because we have friends who are
impossible.
allergic.
What do you
Our
mean you
allergies are
decat the house?
impossible to
Try as
completely
hard as we
decat
can.
You know
a
how
house.
you decat a house? Get rid of your cats.
You know,
That's how
we
you
try to be
decat them.
respectful
Nothing wrong with
is what
kicking
I'm
a pet.
saying. We
Yeah.
try to
Doping.
be respectful. We
You
make
try
an
to be
effort to be
okay.
respectful.
You're talking about 5 and above.
But you do know when you go to her house what you're expecting.
What
If
am I
I go to a
expecting?
house with a child, for another thing,
When
if
I
I
go-
go to a
yeah.
house with a child,
Candy
I can't-
wrappers
I
all over
can't-
the floor.
I can't get mad. I could be mad, but I can't
Yeah, 'cause
really
you're
voice
entering
it.
their environment.
That's their domain. Keep your kids locked in this house. I'm fine with it. It's when I'm out and about.
There's a part in the book that caught my interest.
Okay.
It's titled "Guess What Blank Did."
Yeah, and I say unless it's cured cancer, I don't give a shit.
Bravo. everyone's got a story how
I
genius
don't
their kids
care.
are. Guess what little Johnny did today? Died, I hope.
Exactly. It's like, you know what he did? He popped his own top on the Coke can. Big fucking deal.
Ooh, motor skills.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
That's great. Unless
That's great,
if a box of
man. You gotta give
toothpicks
it
falls
to
on the floor and Johnny can tell me how many are in them and still in the box, then I'll be very thrilled. I want to hear about
No one
that.
cares. No one cares.
Wow, you're telling me he did something he's supposed to do. That's
Right? That's what he pooped. It's big. I pooped. I did too.
Ooh,
and in my pants sometimes if I'm drunk. Do we want to applaud that? Jesus.
Do you roofie yourself so your husband will fuck you?
Yes.
Holy shit. Rich just can't leave it alone, man.
And the worst part is that my first instinct was just to answer honestly, and I said yes.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it.
Jesus.
I want to cover that up.
Roofie yourself.
Got me again. I do it when I masturbate, for God's sake.
Do you do?
Now, you're not having kids because you hate kids, or you can't have kids?
I
or-
can't have kids.
You can't.
The truth is that I can't.
Oh, that's sad. Thank you for
Oh, here
bringing
we
the
go.
show.
Now it's
comes
pathetic,
now.
right?
Now, thank you for bringing the show to a dead halt.
That's
now you
it.
can't have kids.
Now you brought the whole
Yeah, but
show
that's,
down.
But that's you're going, oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
You know what?
ouch.
But see, like,
I'm going to make a book called I Hate Cookies, because I can't have them
Because
motherfuckers.
you can't eat them.
got the diabetes.
I
I
know.
hate Jello.
I can't have cookies. No one should have
Yeah, but
cookies.
Anthony, come on,
Drinking
Anthony hates
soda,
them.
nigga.
I hate kids because I'm kind of self-centered, selfish, greedy. I like being able to go somewhere and not when I see
I
parents
love them when they're well
lugging
behaved.
shit.
When they're on the train and stuff, and they're well behaved and they're adorable, and when you make faces at them and they're cute and they giggle, no problem.
Then you leave.
Right, you
Yeah.
know, but when you got the sprinkler crying going on and the high pitched screaming and
How
the
empty
swinging around
is
the
your
pole.
house going to be, Anthony, without kids?
Fuck that.
How empty do you
I
think
don't
your
care.
girlfriend is going to think the house is going to
I
be without
love
three
an
little
echo.
delicious kumias running
We
around?
love echoes. We love an echo. And if the room's too quiet, there's plenty of walls for another plasma television set instead of a fucking crib or a baby thing or a college fund or anything else I gotta save for. When I want a goddamn Jaguar in the garage, I get a Jaguar in the garage because it doesn't have to be a goddamn college for a goddamn kid.
When your girl peeks out the window and sees the other kids and they were playing, and she gets that longing look, she's not gonna say shit because she knows how much you hate kids, but she's gonna peek
She's
out.
going to be like, Daddy, why can't I ride a bike? And he's going to say, because you can't have one.
I'm with Patrice because I gotta tell you,
12 cylinders.
Hold on.
I'm in love with my car.
He reminded me of something. You know, my house where I grew up for forever. I'm one of 7 kids, so our house had all the activity, right? And we lived next door to a couple that didn't want to have kids, and it made sense when they were young and stuff. But we were in this house for well over 20 some odd years, and they were our neighbors for 20 some odd years. Man, as the years went on, you would see the faces get sadder.
Let him sit.
And the look, and I used to remember seeing the look out the window as the lady, now older, is looking at us, the kids,
Just
having a ball.
longingly, yeah. I might
With
pull
this
an Angelina
look,
eventually.
She's in a robe like this. Just out looking and drinking coffee,
Drinking her
waving,
tea.
and you're like,
Drinking
"Hi,
her
Mrs. Johnson."
Irish coffee.
And like, "Hi."
Drinking her herbal tea.
and she slowly walks in and closes her balcony or 2 doors behind her.
Why is she there then? Why isn't she then on a goddamn sailboat in the Mediterranean
Yeah, that's her
drinking
choice.
her coffee there? Get the fuck out of your kidless house and go have fun. There's a whole
Let me
globe.
ask you that when your girl
Let me tell you
says she want to
something.
drop a few, Andy.
Patrice.
Watch what happens to Andy.
Patrice, listen, all I'm saying is I can relate to what Patrice was saying because I've watched it for many years slowly turn.
The sad part.
And then they end up
Right.
moving somewhere.
Get out.
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
You're going to wake up
Yeah.
at like 4 in the morning like, baby, what are you doing? She's like, no, go back to sleep. That's when she sneaks in to the sneaky window in the back and peeks at all the families. And you got this big ass, hello.
You know what's it's right next door to us? You know what's the house right next door? I noticed outside is a big, in the backyard, a big trampoline.
And she's going to see the kids.
There's going to be a bunch of kids.
jumping out of the
Her head's just going to be going up and
And
down.
you're going to hear a
and up
dad
and
go,
down.
Hey, guys.
all right, everybody, it's family activity today. And your girl's going to be like, what we doing today, Anthony? Staying in on Pal Talk again? Yes, sweetie.
Maybe, you know what?
Let me tell you something. At the end of this month, I'm going to be on a goddamn Royal Caribbean ship. in the Caribbean with no
Yeah, but
kid
they
to worry
bring-
about.
they bring-
No.
you gotta get
And there's
kid-free
kids on that
cruise,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
You see the commercial? There's
Yeah.
kids on them.
All right, listen.
Let me tell you something.
Listen,
This-
these guys have been sitting for hours. Trust me, Voss. I saved you from a bomb. I thought.
No, I had.
I know. I just know. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I just saved you. Trust me.
Oh no, I had a. Oh, okay.
All right.
You
Try
do-
it out.
No, forget it. Go ahead.
No, let's go.
No,
Let
go
her
ahead.
rip,
No,
Voss.
no.
Let's go. Fucking
No,
Opie,
fuck
man.
it.
Come on.
Rick,
I saved you
know
from
what?
a bomb.
Don't
Come on.
erase the whole show with like,
Come
oh,
on.
you're gonna bomb. No, fuck it.
No, dude,
No.
you killed today.
Thank you.
Come on, let her rip.
No, I got nothing.
Come on.
I got nothing right now.
Let her rip. All right, as a goof
Okay.
now. As a goof.
Now, just
now we all know
what would it have
No,
been?
it's not a bomb. It's just something from the heart.
No, I'm saying
It's
all we
something
know
from the-
now, this thing
Okay.
is going to bomb.
Okay,
What
it's
would it have been?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're you're saying you're on your Royal Caribbean cruise and it's great, but you don't know the feeling when you're sitting in the stands of your kid's basketball game and they score 2 points. Let me tell you, you don't know the fucking how good it feels when you see your kid accomplish something for real.
Jesus,
Not
get
opening
him-
a
get him a
can.
tissue.
All right.
Accomplish
Listen.
something.
No,
And you know what
no.
you
Listen.
did?
No. Listen.
You fucking set
Shut
him
up.
up to make this a very special episode
Okay.
of Voss.
Exactly.
First of all,
He was
You know
gonna
something,
say
Rich?
something
First
stupid
of all,
like,
I bet
I
that.
wish they could
Shut
put
up.
my
Shut
uterus
up.
back in.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
really do.
hold on.
Just
Hold
with
on,
that
wait.
little
What-
soliloquy.
the
I bet the
void-
Dahmer family
Yes.
felt the same fucking way. They were all proud of him knocking a home run when he was in 8th grade.
That's right.
And
Oh,
so he
yeah.
started drilling into Asian guys' heads
Oh, yeah.
and eating them.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Hold on, the void fillers.
And now she wants her uterus back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put a Ziploc bag in there.
Oh,
I'm so touched by what you've done.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
go to that
What do you?
restaurant.
What do you?
Oh, my
Listen,
She said she has no uterus.
Jesus.
Wow. Hell of a way to lose some
Oh,
weight.
get these guys.
You are horrid.
I'm sorry. I was just feeling good. All right.
Horrid man.
I'm sorry. We got to say hi to these guys. They've been hanging out for 3.5 hours.
Hey, gentlemen.
How's it going? Just want to tell you to check out the website, Virginius.com. I got some shirts for you guys.
They're cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're
Position
giving us
yourself.
our MySpace page back. Opie and Anthony, right?
Genius.
That's right.
How do you
All
spell
right.
VAGENIUS.com.
that? And what is it?
It's clothing. I'd like to move into some other things eventually.
Okay.
Such
We'll
as
check out the
clothes or
website.
whatnot.
How about her uterus? It's empty.
Listen.
Holy shit!
Listen. What a way to end. Listen, she's got to get a plug in. Adrian Frost. Hold on. We got 10 seconds left. All right, quick. Adrian Frost, the book is I Hate Other People's Kids. We really think this is a good book.
Yeah,
Check it out
thanks,
for
man.
yourself. Thank you.
Later, see you tomorrow.
The Opie and Anthony Show.